This is 97.3 City FM. And a happy Vows Day to all the pretty damsels. And also for the married woman, this is a day to show love and receive love. This is the capital of Ghana, Accra. We are live on 97.3 City FM. We are on TV, on Channel 1 TV. Wherever you are watching us from, let us hear from you. Dedicate today's show to all lovers of football, lovers of sport. I am Bernard Abekotre. This is the Republic of Football. This is the Republic of Football. This is the Republic of Football. Today's edition, we'll get to talk about some teams in red. Specifically, that team that's fighting for the trophy, the English Premier League trophy. You can also choose to talk about the Sea Blue Lads, because it's just 4 points between the two. When City are behind you, that's a blood hunt. Arsenal faithfuls are on top of the greatest league on planet Earth and are not happy. They are just not happy. You know the tactics of your enemy puts a lot of pressure on you. We're going to talk about Arsenal, what is happening, we'll assess the number of games they have left. We're going to talk about games that are happening around the globe as well. You're welcome. This is the Republic of Football. Move to Spain. There are games happening. We're going to talk a lot today. From now up until 5 p.m. We are your Vows Day package. My brother, Jamie, won't allow me. It's going to be a great show, I promise you that. There are games happening in the La Liga. We'll check the German Bundesliga as well. We'll move to the Italian Serie A. I'm bringing you updates from the French Ligue 1. We'll talk about the FA Cup game. It's already in session. Get to look at the big games that's happening. And Pep says he loves the FA Cup as well. He loves it. He says especially when he gets to the teams where, teams that are not really known, he gets into that space and people are just asking him, who are you? Like, who's this guy? All of that, Get to talk about it on this show. Liverpool are playing as well. By way of updates, let me run you through what's happening around the globe. I won't be doing this alone. Yao Ejay Minta with me here in the studios. I mentioned him earlier. Manuel Angelo Kwache as well. Coach Christopher Nimley. And of course, you can see us on your screens by courtesy of Edwin Kwakofi. Solid guy. Let's get running. Let's move into the La Liga now and stay there for a minute before I introduce you to my brothers officially. Espanyol, I have that game against Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo are leading by a goal to 0. 46 minutes into the game. Well, Getafe will be taking on Villarreal later. That's at 3:15. At 5:30, there's Sabia up against Deportivo Alaves. Real Madrid will be playing Real Sociedad. The last 2 days, something happened to Barcelona. Hey, We'll be just opposing that with some details here on the show to get it all smooth. In the German Bundesliga, Bayern Leverkusen will be taking on St. Pauli. Eintracht Frankfurt will play Borussia Mönchengladbach. Hamburger SV plays Union Berlin. Hoffenheim up against Freiburg. Werder Bremen up against Bayern Munich. And Stuttgart up against Cologne. All coming up later today. In the Italian Serie A, is Como playing in a goalless draw. It's just 8 minutes into that game against Fiorentina. And Lazio at 5 p.m. we're playing Atalanta. There's Inter up against Juventus. We're going to talk about that as well. In the that's French Ligue 1, there's Marseille up against Strasbourg, Lille versus Brest, and Paris up against Lens happening later today. In the FA Cup, it's 90 plus 1 minute. West Ham United 0, Burton Albion 0. Burnley up against Mansfield Town later at 3 p.m. Manchester City up against Salford City at 3 p.m. And as part of the 3 p.m. batch of games, there's Norwich up against West Bromwich Albion. There's Southampton up against Leicester City as well at 3 p.m. Aston Villa up against Newcastle United. And Liverpool up against Brighton. Can they, have smooth sailing against Brighton? Guys, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. Happy Wednesday to you.
Yeah. Whatever you say off air, we'll keep it.
I mean, like Coach Christopher Nimlu said, the weather is hilarious. And it's hilarious on the Val's Day.
That's crazy.
That falls on a Saturday weekend. Crazy. I mean, Charlie, there are 3 combos. Charlie, wake it.
It's both rough and smooth combined.
Oh yeah. Very wicked combination. I mean, Val's Day. Yeah. That's one. It comes with its own connotation. Val's Day, Val's Day. Yeah. And on top of that, it fell on a weekend, a Saturday. Yeah. Saturdays, has its own tone and vibe. Yeah. Then on top of that, it has rained in February of all months.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it has rained heavy. Yeah. On a Saturday, that also falls. That also turns out to be a Valentine's Day celebration day. Damn, man. Wicked combo.
True, man. Charlie, Malo, how are you?
I'm good.
You fantastic as well?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you too.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Just enjoying the day.
Yeah, I know. I think we should start from Arsenal because I do not know what's happening to the football club. It's in relation to the league. We'll touch on other important details today as well. But I chanced on a certain Arsenal channel. And the fans seem to scream. They seem not to be happy. The revelation for them is that they are not even enjoying staying at the top of the league. Initially it was 6 points. It got to 7 at a point. It went to 9 briefly. Then sort of a reverse. It comes back to 4 points. And they are saying, look, it's not a matter of Arsenal not getting world-class players. It's a matter of Arsenal not getting a consistent manager, for example, but they feel it's just the team. It's nothing to do with the team. The team, they can't just seem to focus, and it's a huge problem. Are you in the same thinking with the Arsenal fans? Okay, let me start with you.
Okay.
Let's go.
Focus as in what exactly do they want per se? Because what exactly
they feel the team should be winning, and
when the team has been winning, You see, the thing is, you need to tune out all the noise and look at it in proper context. That the team has been winning. When was the last time the team lost? I think they've lost just one game all season in the league. That was to Manchester United. New manager bounce and all that. Yeah. So you have to put it into proper context. At the end of the day, have they blown the lead? They haven't blown the lead.
But they are scared.
Yeah, they are scared. But they should be. I wouldn't say they are scared. I think they should be worried. But if you are in the Premier League and you are Arsenal, and you finished in second place in 3 seasons in a row, and you had quite a big lead at the top of the standings, and it has whittled down to 4 points, which is basically just a loss and you are neck and neck with Manchester City, for instance, yes, of course you'll be worried, which is fair. But at the end of the day, have they blown the lead? They haven't blown the lead. So why are they complaining? Why are they over the top with their complaints? Yeah, I get that. Yeah, have some issues with the way the team tends to be quite average when it comes to their attacking phase of the game, considering the players that they have.
100%.
Yes, criticize them for that. Have some issues with the lack of creativity, because it's the creativity that will lead to the goals.
Sure.
So have issues with those things. But aside that, what can you? Okay, yes, and maybe Mikel Arteta, and sometimes his personal choices, and maybe I think sometimes he's not flexible with the way he shuffles things around, particularly in the forward line, compared to what he does in midfield and in defense. Look at the defense. He brings in Mosquera, he brings in Hincapié, he brings in Timber. Another moment he brings in Ben White. Another moment he brings in Calafiori.
True.
He tinkers the back line. In midfield, he does sing.
Is it his fault?
No, it's not his fault, because at the end of the day, he's doing what he's supposed to do in terms of managing the squad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, rotate the squad. My problem is with Arteta is that why don't you do same for your forward line? And if you look at
he's gotten strength in that area too.
Yes, and if you look at the phases of the game on the field, that is the space or the department that you can easily tinker with.
The front line.
The front line, because in defense, it's very dangerous to tinker with your defense.
True.
Because you need that whole bit of chemistry, team play, communication, everything to be on point.
I agree.
So if you consistently change your back line, you are asking for trouble. But he has consistently changed his back line, and they have been solid throughout. In midfield, he does sing.
Yeah, he does.
He does sing. Sometimes Zubimendi plays 60 minutes. Sometimes he doesn't start. Sometimes it's Merino. Sometimes it's Eze. Sometimes it's Odegaard. The one constant is Declan Rice.
Yeah.
So he does that. Why is it that he's always stuck with a certain style of play? And had it not been for injuries, to some personnel, for instance, Bukayo Saka, that as long as he's fit, he will play.
But he got okay. Well, that's
But as long as the options. That's my whole point. And beyond the options, the personnel options, the style of play. Must Bukayo Saka always be stuck out on the right side as an inverted winger? Me, that's even my bigger issue. My bigger issue, because sometimes Leandro Trossard plays on the left side. Martinelli comes in now. Gabriel Jesus is also coming in, alternating with Gyökeres and Kai Havertz also. I get that bit. That is on the lower side. The bigger issue is that he's stuck on a certain style. That's where my issue is, and it makes them predictable. And that has contributed to Bukayo Saka's drop-off in form, where everyone knows in the stadium, watching outside the stadium, watching on TV, everyone knows that Bukayo Saka is cutting in, not to necessarily pass the ball or cross the ball, but he's cutting in to shoot. Or if he's forced down, it's only when he's forced down the right side where he has to use his weaker foot. That's when he crosses the ball.
But don't you think the coach also thinks that he's one of the goal scoring channels for this football club? It's why he allows him that room to play in that manner.
Yes, but the thing is, it's at this point it's not working. I saw this funny stat that Nottingham Forest have sacked more managers this season than Bukayo Saka has open goals.
That's sad and crazy at the same time.
You get it? So alter it a little bit. Have Bukayo Saka operate as an orthodox winger. Get him to grab those assists and build that confidence back and change his game a little bit, because the way he's always stuck on the right side and the way he uses him, like I said, it has made him look like a one-trick or become a one-trick pony. But this guy was never a one-trick pony, and he wasn't developing to be a one-trick pony. He was developing into someone who was very good and very creative, and you couldn't predict what he was going to do next. But now he's very predictable, and that has really hurt the Arsenal team because he is the consistent source of assists, goal contributions, and goals in general. But because he isn't getting his way, because of the way things are very predictable whenever he gets onto the ball, it has affected Arsenal. It has affected Arsenal. Where there was this game, the Chelsea-Arsenal game, the first leg in the Carabao Cup. Yeah. The second goal, Arsenal scored. It was Gyökeres who scored. But after Robert Sanchez made a mistake, a howler, that allowed the ball to roll through his arms, and it got to Gyökeres, and he just tapped the ball in. While he was celebrating, he pushed Bukayo Saka away, because in the lead up to that goal, Bukayo Saka had a clear chance to just swing in the ball into the 18-yard box for the guy to just tap the ball into the net. Rather, guess what? He checked the ball from his right foot inside, so that he could get the ball onto his left foot. And by the time he eventually crossed the ball, that space that the Gyökeres had been closed down. And like I said, that ball should have been guarded easily by Robert Sanchez, but he made a mistake and allowed the ball to go through his arms, and eventually it rolled into the feet of, or into the path of Victor Gyökeres, who tapped the ball home. But Gyökeres wasn't too happy with Bukayo Saka, though he scored, because it was clear that their intention was not to get him the ball as quickly as he could, though he was in a perfect position. And Gyökeres, being a striker and feeding off service that guys like Bukayo Saka gave him, he recognized that this was a goalkeeping howler. Other than that, I wouldn't have been able to score this goal. That's why he wasn't even pleased with Bukayo Saka. And those are the things that prevent us now from being able to maximize the quality and the talents that they have in their forward line. Their last game, not their last game. Their last game was against Brentford. Before that, their game against Sunderland. We're all clamoring for Gyökeres to start that game because it was a game set up for a guy like him. Styles make fights. Defense systems and defensive personnel also have a role in shaping the kind of personnel that you pick for your game. And it was clear that starting Gabriel Jesus through the middle of that front line was wrong. He had Leandro Trossard on the left side.
You think he overthinks it?
I don't think so. I think that sometimes he, like I said, he's a bit stuck in his ways. And in that sense, like I was saying before,
but
so
you can't do that in this league, can you? You can't decide this is my...
just scored.
Somerville
is he's on a run.
Interesting. So West Ham just scored, like you heard the guys say, and
I think this is his 5th game in a row, if I'm right, including the league that he scored consecutively. I think his form since the start of the year has been one of the things that has been getting West Ham to perform better, and they've taken the lead against Burton Albion.
He wants to go to the World Cup, I'm sure. Definitely. I mean, with the Dutch,
World Cup here,
with the Dutch national team. I mean, and they have quite a number of options. So now that he's scoring consistently, it will get his name to definitely be among the ones that to look out for that could potentially get a call up to the Dutch national team. But before I finish, to finish it up, so that game against Sunderland, for instance, they were having issues earlier on getting in behind the Sunderland defense. And Gabriel Jesus, wouldn't stay central. He would always be drifting to the laterals, particularly on the left side. And so what that meant was Leandro Trossard had to be pushed inside, and he had to go through the middle. And Leandro Trossard going up against that defense, it was a no-no because Arsenal didn't have a target man. They couldn't run in behind, and they couldn't go long because they didn't have a target man. So in that sense, the attack was a bit compromised. So yes, there's a bit about the personnel selection too. That's where I have some issues with Arteta. But like I said, when it comes to the forward line, the bigger issue I have with him is that he's not willing to change the style. Inverted wingers, switch it. Let them go to orthodox if it's not working. Besides, you have a big guy in the middle in your chorus, or sometimes even on the bench. He can come off the bench and help you change your system or style. Get them to go orthodox, where it is outswing crosses, not in-swinging crosses. When you make it an in-swinging cross, the chances of it being a cross or in-swinging situation, the chance of it being a cross is like 15% per the way the game is shaped now, compared to a cross. Because they are cutting in. Even if they are crossing the ball, in-swinging, they cross it with so much ferocity and speed and power that they are thinking that, okay, even if it's a cross and someone, I generate enough power behind it and someone gets his head to it, it will make it a strong header. Even if it's not a cross, by generating enough power behind it, it could end up being a goal. But if you play an orthodox style where a left-footed player is playing out on the left side, you are definitely crossing it.
True.
With Gyökeres as the target man, Kai Havertz has returned, though he's picked up another injury. Kai Havertz is very good in the air. So why aren't you having all these guys swinging the crosses from an orthodox position? Mikel Merino, the same thing. Before his injury, very good with the air, with his head, and very good in the air.
In the air.
So you use these kind of things to alter the way you attack.
I want to ask you,
and that's my problem. But aside that, I don't get why Arsenal fans are over the top being critical with the team. I think, yes, voice some concerns as I have done, but the vitriol that they speak with, sometimes I think that it's a bit unnecessary and they are just doing a little bit too much.
Maybe for this start, Manuel, because I look at the 2022, 2023, 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025, and 2025, 2026 season, which they've, which is presented them with the second slot always for them to take. I look at, for example, 2023 and 2022, 2023, which they finished second, and they had a bumpy month in the month of love, as in February. So I sum all of their results together. They, out of 5 games, they had 7 points from the 5 games, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. And these are critical moments because, of course, there are moments of brilliance, sort of mixed with a little bit of frustrating points drop. And I tell you why. They lost against, in 2022-2023, they lost against Aston Villa at home by a goal to 0. The same Brentford they had a 1-1 draw against the last time. They had a 1-1 draw against them in 2022-2023. Then they lost to Manchester City by 3 goals to 1. They won against Aston Villa by 4 goals to 2. That was a strong response from that heavy rival result. Then there was Leicester City, where they won by a goal to 0. Summed it up from 5 games, having 7 points, 2 wins, a draw, and losing twice. They finished second. 2023-2024. Again, they had a win against Liverpool. They seem to know how to win against the big boys. But when it comes to that side that you expect a result from, is where questions are. So they won against West Ham as well in that year by thrashing them by 6 goals to 0. Then against Burnley, they did another against Burnley, 5 goals to 0 in 2023-2024 season still. Then there was Newcastle, which they also won, and it was a comfortable one. Did 4 goals to 1. That is the month that they did 4 in 4, and still they finished 7th. So 12 points in that month. but they finished seventh. Now in the 2024-2025 season, they finished second as well. Here are the games they played. Against Manchester City, they won by 5-1. And observe the trend. Then there was Leicester City. They won by 2-0. Then they met West Ham. And West Ham beat them by 1-0. And was at home. And they played 0-0 with Nottingham Forest. They had 2 wins in that month. A draw and lost 1. So that's 7 points in 4 games. So I just want to build your I just want you full lesson pattern. Then this is the 2025-26 season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same months of misery and all of those reactions. They had a 3-0 comfortable win against Sunderland this year. Then they had a draw against Brentford.
Yeah.
Scary times. Are they justified, the complaints the Arsenal fans make? Because you observe the trend in February, whether 4 games or 5 games, and there's a certain,
Yeah. I think it depends. I think the 22-23 season, that's when they were also now coming on the back of a World Cup. I think that's in that season in particular, I think it affected Arsenal's momentum. There's a
World Cup here too, you also.
Yeah, preceding a World Cup year, people are more likely to want to play. Maybe they'd want to be cautious, but I think they are more likely to want to play and want to assure that they have their position in a World Cup squad. So I don't think this year is going to be one of those years where they'll struggle to get people to make appearances. In terms of Arsenal, I think that we've just been spoilt a bit, by Liverpool and Manchester City. Teams are allowed to have a wobble. Teams are allowed to, not necessarily have to be perfect. You don't have to win 10, 15 games in a row to necessarily be crowned league champions. Since Conte came in, in 2016-17, since Conte's league title all the way to the last league title won by Klopp, I think all the teams won their leagues with over 90 points. Every single season, the league total was over 90 points. You have Guardiola reaching 100 points. And obviously, those are impressive, but it looks like that people start to think that that's the standard. But it can't necessarily be like that for all these teams. Because for Arsenal, the thing that I've noticed is that I think it's a narrative thing. They've been in this same position. You're right. There's a point where it went to 9 points, but it's usually been 6 and 4 points. They haven't lost. Maybe they'll draw and then they draw points. When it's 6 points, people start the narrative is, Arsenal are running away with the lead. They should definitely win it. And then once it cuts down to at least 3 points, and then everyone starts panicking again. And I think that comes with finishing second 3 years in a row. You can't feel certain that it's going to be our year, because every year that you felt it's going to be our year hasn't actually happened for you. So they are trying to be cautious, but at the same time too, I think what that does is it creates an unnecessary tension constantly with the Arsenal fans and with the team, and you can see it sometimes the way it shows on the pitch. If you see the way some of the Arsenal players were moping after they drew against Brentford, you would think that City had gone top of the table. But obviously, I understand they're professionals. They're probably disappointed with themselves and the performance that they've given. But I think their body language is also going to be one of the key factors that either keeps them in this title race or doesn't. But that's what's going to let their opponents know that they either have them. Does that make sense? So if you're playing against Arsenal, and obviously it means a lot more to them. But if you can tell someone is really desperate for it and they're willing to take unnecessary risk, you can also play on that. If you can tell that emotionally they're a little unstable, and if you can say something gets into their head to throw them off their game, you obviously try and take advantage of that. That's one of the best things about the City teams. Even when they were struggling and winning the leagues, it never looked like they were panicking mentally or collectively panicking. Maybe individually, some players would have very shocking games, but collectively they wouldn't panic. And I think that comes with experience, without it being said. It felt like a very similar thing under Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, before he won the first Champions League. So he had been to the Europa League final, they had lost, he had finished, he had been to the Champions League final against Real Madrid, and they had lost. So by the time it got to the third final, when they went up against Spurs and they actually won it, that's when things started to feel different. They won the league the next year, 2 seasons after that, they won the cup in the EFL Cup. So obviously, the only way you can actually do it is actually getting over the line. But what I would like, in terms of the Arsenal fans, what I want them to realize that perfection isn't necessarily how you always have to win the league. you've seen even teams like Sir Alex Ferguson catching up teams to come and win the league. Like this system where you come and then you win 10 games in a row and you have 10 plus points, and then you run the league to the end of the season. Sometimes it happens. Maybe Arsenal will wish that maybe in years like the year Leicester won it and the year Liverpool won it last year, the years where they finished second mathematically, but they didn't really pose much of a challenge to the people who eventually won the league, be it Leicester and Liverpool. I think their regret would be that they didn't, in years like that where other teams weren't at their best, they weren't able to take advantage of that. But here we're in a year where maybe, you can argue that not a lot of teams are at their best, but they're still very good teams. They're still very good opponents who are fighting for the league. So for Arsenal to be top at this league means that they have been good. And player for player, they do have the best. They have the best squad in the league. So I think that if they just take their time, if they just don't lose their heads, don't let City get into their heads, this is their league title to win.
0549 986 996. 0549 986 996. On our WhatsApp console, you can leave your message in there. Arsenal and Arsenal again. As of after the Brentford game, Arsenal sits first with 17 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses, 57 points from 26 games. Please do not call. Just send a message on our WhatsApp line on 0549 986 996. I can answer calls now, so please send messages through that and through that line, and I'll be reading them here in the studios for you. Are they appropriate? I'll be opening the lines for you to share your opinions as well. So 57 points from 26 games plus 32 goal difference. Man City are second with 53 points. So the lead has narrowed to 4 points after Arsenal slipping against Brentford. Oh, they can still win this league. People have won with a point. There's one with goals and all of that. See?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there are so many different ways to win a league title. I'm surprised that Arsenal fans are. Like I said,
I was super surprised when I saw the.
Like I said, I think it's just nervousness from not having done it or having sealed the deal multiple times. But they should probably calm down. From an objective point of view, they are clearly the best team in the league right now. Obviously, the only problem is it looks like City are also picking up form around this time. But if it's the City that's been around for last season and this season, they won't be consistent. They'll find a way to drop points when Guardiola tries implementing a different tactic. Maybe that day it doesn't quite go off, and then they drop points again. We've seen it happen multiple times this season, even in the Champions League against Bodo Glimt. So I think Arsenal fans just need to relax and just have a look at obviously, like Yao said, one of their challenges I've noticed is the creation from other than set pieces. So that obviously will be a challenge, and I think that sooner rather than later, other teams are going to either not only catch up to their set piece tactics, but start finding a way to use it against them. If that makes sense. Obviously, maybe that is the brilliance in what they are doing. They may keep on innovating, but if they keep on having to rely on the same strategy to try and break down teams, I don't think you'll be able to carry them far throughout the league. Especially when you're now going up against teams who that is also their whole game plan. They don't want to come out and attack against you. They also want to sit back and soak up pressure and then hit you on the counter. And as a team, that the longer the season goes on, soon the draws are enough for other teams. Once they are drawing with you, they don't necessarily need to chase the game. But then you see it from Arsenal that they are thinking, City have already won this weekend, or City will probably win this weekend. We need to make sure that we go out and win this game. And that means they might try harder. And even though they are trying harder, it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be more effective in the way they attack. So, I just, like I said, it's only I think they are the only ones who can lose it for themselves. If that makes sense. So,
Okay, all right. Let me go through a few messages on our YouTube. And guys are who are stationed at YouTube watching this. Charlie, you guys are the best. And let me pick a few messages from there. There are lots of them. Prince Tutu says, Arsenal were not even in the title race in the 2024-2025 season. They had a lot of injuries. And Sweet Kwame comes in and says, my City team will win the league. Then he doubles up and says, other teams need to learn from Brentford. City are also not consistent. It was just 2 games ago that we all said City are not consistent. Prince coming in again with that. Then Sweet Kwame says Bernardo has changed the mentality of this City players. And the Arsenal has back-to-back London derbies games to play. He had. Okay, so then Kwame says, I remember when an Arsenal fan said Arsenal will break Chelsea's 15-goal conceded record. Authentic BBF says Arsenal fans should calm down. If they are able to beat Bayern, Inter, they can beat City. Gabriel Opon Afriye says, watching from Calgary in Canada, Arsenal will win the league. All right, that's fair. Keep your messages coming. We'll be reading them here on radio for you. This is 97.3 City FM. You are live on TV on Channel 1 TV as well. And we welcome you to the show. If you just joined us on radio, on TV, or on our YouTube platform, go to X, follow the link, and join the YouTube community. So let's have fun. You can share on your statuses as well, on your WhatsApp statuses, so your friends can have direct access to be able to join in on the show. I want us to go through the rest of the games left to be played for Arsenal, especially in this month, and whether they are able to do it, especially in the Premier League. That's what I want our focus to be. Then we'll wrap up with the Arsenal conversation. We shouldn't talk about the games happening now. Of course, the guys are mixing a bit of Manchester City also in the discussion, so I love it. Then we'll talk about games happening. We'll talk about Manchester City themselves. We'll talk about Liverpool, and then we focus on Italy. There's a big game that's also to be happening in that space. So in the month of February, Arsenal they'll be playing the FA Cup against Wigan Athletic, but that's on standby. We'll get to talk about it. It's happening later tomorrow. They'll play Wolves on February 18. Then they play Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on February 22. And that'll be done for February. But in March, on March 1, they have Chelsea to play as well. But, we're talking about the month of February. They've already had 2 games, a win and a draw. Are they able to do against Wolves and Spurs, who are Spursy in this period of having a lot of problems, and it's a new manager and all of that in the mid?
Well, like I've said, I think there's no major need to panic for Arsenal fans. I think
Wolves they've got nothing to lose.
Oh yeah, I mean, he who is down fears no fall. And at the end of the day, with Wolves, they are relegated. I don't see them pulling off. I don't see them pulling off Birmingham City. Is it Birmingham?
Okay. Is it Birmingham?
Yeah, it was Birmingham. The time Obafemi Martin and co beat Arsenal 2-2 in a trophy, despite the fact that they got relegated. I don't see that happening this season. So I think, like I've said, I think with Arsenal, there's no need to panic. I think you can worry, you can have some trepidation, but panic. I don't think there's a need to panic. I think they should just, now they have 12 games left, divide it into 3 parts, so 4 games. Yeah. And take it from there. So per the list you run through. Yeah. So their next game is Wolves. Against Wolves.
Spurs. Chelsea.
2.
Brighton. 4.
So focus on those 4. First 2 straightforward wins. Then the Chelsea game. They can beat Chelsea easy. And Brighton and Hove Albion all over. Easy? Oh yeah, Arsenal can beat Chelsea easily. I mean, you look at that Chelsea defense. Yeah, if Arsenal can, I mean, with a little bit more play, a little bit more creativity for Victor Gyökeres, and a few more goals for Victor Gyökeres.
Do you see that creativity coming in for him?
No, from him, but for him. Yeah.
Did you see that creativity?
I don't see it. I mean, because now he's been forced. Arteta's hand has been forced to change things up a little bit. So, because of the injury to Bukayo Saka, these days he has to rely on Noni Madueke, and Madueke is more of a willing passer than Bukayo Saka. What I would love to see, like I've said, that you can switch it up a little bit if things are a little bit too congested. Yeah. If you are playing him as an inverted winger, you are using the opposite side as in a form of inverted wing. Open it up a little bit, stretch it out a little bit by going orthodox. And Madueke is brilliant fit for that role, for that purpose. He can drop in a wicked cross from the opposite side. So if they can get a little bit more creativity, and Victor Gyökeres, in the process, Victor Gyökeres gets a couple more goals before they meet Chelsea, yes, I see Arsenal beating Chelsea. I definitely see Arsenal beating Chelsea. Even if that would be 3, because Wolves, Tottenham, then Chelsea.
Yeah, Wolves, Tottenham, Chelsea.
Yeah,
so it's before the Chelsea.
Yeah, before the Chelsea game. So even if they don't even sort out that creativity issue, and they still go with their old school, rely on set pieces thing, I still give the advantage to Arsenal. Okay. Because again, that Chelsea backline is shaky. You don't even know the combo that will be lined up for that particular game. Okay. On top of that, Robert Sanchez has his moments, and with the way Arsenal apply pressure on the opposing goalkeepers through corner kicks, through free kicks, set pieces, basically. Okay. Yeah, it's very likely Robert Sanchez might drop 1 or 2 balls, and Arsenal will be around that area of the pitch to be able to knock the ball into the net. 9 points. Wigan, Spurs, Chelsea, 9. Yeah. Then Brighton over Albion. Yeah, I see Arsenal also winning that. Wow. So focus on those 4 games. Win those 4 games. Then around that time, players will be starting to leave for the international break. Yeah. Then you switch attention to then you switch attention to the next 4, because once they go on the international break, injuries might pop up. True. Once they go on the international break, some will be returning from injury. I mean, Kai Havertz, for instance. So all of those things, you need to juggle it up, and so just focus on the next 4. Like I said, you have 12 games left. Chop it up into 3 division. Chop it up into 3 chunks. Okay. So 4. That makes 12. So attack the first 4. Attack the first 4, and thankfully for them, they have qualified automatically to the Champions League round of 16 stage. Yeah. So they don't have to worry about playing in the playoffs. So focus on those 4 games, and those 4 games. Once you are done with those 4 games, that's when the Carabao Cup final will come in. Yeah, against Manchester City. Then would that be a determining factor as well? Then you move on to that next phase. There's Everton. Then after Everton, the final. So once you take out those first four games that we've touched on, then the next phase, honestly, I don't even care about that Everton game. They can drop points in that game. Honestly. Focus on the Carabao Cup, because if they win the Carabao Cup against Man City, it's not like you're playing against Crystal Palace or West Ham. If you're able to beat Manchester City, that's when you win the trophy. That's when you win the league title. It's not like you win just the Carabao Cup. You win the Carabao Cup, and that's where you win the Premier League title, because you break Manchester City. They'll play them again. They'll play them again. But you go into that particular game with that momentum. You go into that particular game with that edge. Even if after the final they drop a few points. Once they beat Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final, it will give them that edge that they can do it again in the league. And that, for me, is where the league will be won. It is that Carabao Cup final. They beat Manchester City, they win the cup, and trust me, indirectly they win the English Premier League.
Wow.
So for me, it's all about dividing it into chunks. The next games that they have, 12 games, chop it up into 3, divide it into 3 parts. Focus on the first phase, first 4. Deal with those games. Very, very straightforward, winnable games. The Chelsea one, it's a bit tough. But the rest, Brighton, Wolves, Tottenham Hotspur, straightforward. You can win those games. Then struggle and beat Chelsea.
Okay.
Yes, struggle and beat Chelsea. You win all those 4 games. You focus on Everton. Everton, you can just go through the motions and play a scrappy, boring game and just try to get a win. Then move on to that Carabao Cup final. Focus on that. Once they get a win in that particular game, trust me, they will be able to go ahead and win the Premier League. If they don't win, that's when the people should panic.
Okay. So, no, Arsenal faithfuls, they've gotten a bit of space to at least calm down first off and focus on what's important. First 4, the cup final, and then the next 4. 0539 986 996. Use that as your WhatsApp lines. Okay, kindly send the messages through 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. I don't know if you want to say something or in relation to the rest of the games. Yeah, I think it should be 4-4, and it says it's not going to be much of a threat or a worry, if you want to put it. Wolves, Spurs, Chelsea, Brighton, maybe win the first 2, struggle against Chelsea, refocus against Brighton, Everton, then the cup final.
To be fair, I haven't seen them stumble much against these other teams. Obviously, the Brentford result comes in, but some of their draws were against big teams. They drew against Liverpool, 0-0. They drew against Manchester City. Yeah. So most of their draws have just been actually the opposite of what you were saying. In the big games, they've taken their time and decided that rather than go all out and then lose the game, we'll rather just see if we can, because in a sense, rather than if they lose the game, the opponents gain ground on them. But if they draw, because your opponents are not playing a different opponent, they don't move any closer to them, if that makes sense. Yeah. So even though it looks like you drop points, but obviously because you haven't, your opponent hasn't been able to gain an advantage of that. It's not as harmful on the rest of your season. And I think, like you said, the most important thing is getting through to probably the EFL Cup final, and then that becomes the mental test. That becomes you, and it felt like that last season when you said that when Arsenal beat Man City 5-1, it felt like a statement. Like this was when they were also now going to go on and do it. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them this time. But I think, like I said, in this particular example, if they were able to go to an EFL Cup final, finally win a trophy, because he hasn't been able to win a trophy since that FA Cup all those years ago. They count the Community Shield. Let me not be unfair. He's won a Community Shield or 2, but in terms of major trophies, and even though the EFL Cup is the least major of the major trophies in England, it's still a major trophy. So if they were able to win that,
as a treble, you ask me, isn't it? Okay, maybe.
Maybe
if you do it domestically, isn't it? Do it domestically, the FA Cup, EFL Cup, the league, it makes it a domestic treble. You don't really consider it international?
I think in 2001, Liverpool won the EFL Cup, the FA Cup, and the Europa League, and I call it a treble. So if I'm being fair, I have to include this as a treble. I was going to include Mourinho. You remember Mourinho's treble too when he won the EFL Cup, the Europa League, and the Community Shield, and he called that a treble too. I mean, like I said, the most important thing is winning trophies. So if Arsenal were able to win the EFL Cup against Man City, win a trophy before Man City did, because that's Arteta would know this from working under Guardiola, and it's, Wright was also speaking about how Sterling mentioned it when he came to play for Arsenal, but how they took the League Cup seriously, because for them it's like it's the start of something. Once you win that, it's like this is going to be a good season. One more can we win? And I think Arsenal can get a taste for that if they first get the League Cup, because it'll be twofold. Obviously, like you said, it gives them a psychological advantage over Manchester City, but it also means that now they have the feeling for a trophy. They know how to win a trophy, and they know what the feeling is like when they win a trophy, so they can almost try and replicate that, maybe through the FA Cup, try and replicate what you've done in the AFL Cup and replicate that in the FA Cup. Maybe the Champions League is always going to be the test, because that's why I think that tactically you're going to meet your matches. You're also going to meet teams that are going to take more time to prepare for you. This isn't just, obviously in the Premier League, teams try and counter what you are saying, but in the Champions League, because of how the nature of the games is, not every team involved will necessarily have to be in a title race, and that's going to be crucial. So Arsenal are going to be trying to win at 3 additional trophies on all fronts. Other teams may have already decided, we've qualified for the Champions League, let's focus our priorities. If you've listened to some of the things Arne Slot is saying this week, he said that Liverpool have 3 priorities this season: the FA Cup, qualifying for the Champions League, and trying to win the Champions League. So already you can tell that in his mind, they've realized that the league, based on the league form that they have this season, they won't be able to, compete as much. So clearly, when he gets into the Champions League games, he'll probably make changes to his team that will not necessarily try to hurt his team for the Premier League, but try and be beneficial to his team towards the the Champions League. Maybe Van Dijk and Konate haven't been rested a lot this season. You might surprisingly rest one of them during the Premier League game so that they are ready for the Champions League. Yeah. And just those little things. Arsenal will have to try and put the priority on all on all 3 trophies at the same time, and that will affect Obviously, that will affect how they're able to attack all 3 tournaments, including the AFL Cup. But because they're in the final of that, I'm putting that aside. All other 3 other tournaments. This is where his also, like he said, his man management and his tactical awareness and how to switch things up with players will also be helpful. The fact that they probably have the most balanced squad in the whole league in terms of quality is going to be helpful, because it means that he can switch a lot. He doesn't always have to play with Gyökeres as a striker. He can play with Havertz. He can play with Jesus. He can even maybe play Trossard there. Like, he has different options that he can use. And in different positions, that will become handy. That the injuries aren't helpful. But if he's able to manage the squad well, I think they're well positioned to try and to win all these trophies. So so it's just about getting to it game by game, not overreacting when the results. And Arteta has been that. In previous seasons, his body language on the touchline too could be very demeaning. He comes into the press conference and he's a little touchy. He's quite upset with the narrative that people are pushing around him. But this season, he's actually been quite graceful. Okay, he's been quite graceful in defeats. He's taken what lessons from the game sometimes, and not just always look to blame officials. And I think these things are important because they also translate to the squad. Jose Mourinho had an entirely different strategy. He had a siege mentality. Whenever we're losing, he comes out and he either deflects, or he blames the referee, or he says something that will get more attention than the results that his players did, in order to to protect his players.
To take his pressure away.
Yeah, exactly. So his team never lost. Were never justified in losing. Every time they lost, there had to be a reason. Maybe it was an officiating. And back then, I think Alex Ferguson had the same thing. That's quite helpful. But it depends on how certain players also react to that. So if they just work, like I said, if they just work on the mental side and they're able to rotate the team well, these are not, like you said, Spurs, these are not games that should be worrying them. These are games that they should be able to put away and win easily.
This is 97.3 CTFM, the Republic of Football, on your radio, on TV, on Channel 1 TV. And we welcome you and your messages on 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. I'll be updating you on what's happening. In Spain is getting interesting in that game. But let me clear this message, then we'll run through what we have on our WhatsApp console. So this one says that the game is done. West Ham United and Burton. I'll come back and run through that. I want to clear this message. Then we get our attention, to that space. Espirito sometimes. I really feel for him sometimes, but Arsenal fans are not panicking. You guys are the ones creating that narrative. There seems to be so much to say about Arsenal always because they are the best side this season. Everyone goes at Arsenal for scoring from set pieces. Let's discuss this. How many goals have they scored in total, and what percentage is from set pieces? Do same for the other top teams, and let's see if the narrative is true. He didn't add this name. Next time, please add your name, okay? 0539 986 86. Okay, that's Kwame from our ocean. You want to touch
when
on
we talk
Kwame's-
about Arsenal, you complain that we are creating false narratives.
Yeah.
When we don't talk about Arsenal, you go like, oh, you guys, you are showing your biases. You don't see Arsenal as a big club, and that you are ignoring the club. You should talk about Arsenal more. Forget about Chelsea and Man United. And what we're talking about Arsenal, and you're having an issue with it that the attention is too much. Pick a side. Pick a side. Every choice has its consequences.
Yeah.
So pick a side. I mean, Novak Djokovic will tell you pressure is privilege.
100%.
Pressure is privilege. That you are in a pressurized position. It means you are in a privileged position.
It's privilege, yeah.
So what you want to be like Brighton and Hove Albion, where no one talks about you.
Yeah.
You are just floating around in the air in the Premier League standings, and we don't talk anything about you. Or is that what they want? Okay, no problem.
I'm not sure that's what it is.
Just pick a side.
And on the set piece thing, Arsenal have scored more goals from set pieces than any other team in Europe.
Yeah.
So if we talk about it, why is it a problem?
They scored 24 goals from set
Yeah.
pieces. They scored 18 goals from corners alone. 18 from corners. And
That's
you know the corner I'm talking
what's
about.
his name? Yeah, I know the corner you're talking about. Blocking people's runs.
Blocking goalkeepers.
Yeah.
I just
And now somebody running from behind they come ahead. We know all of these things, don't worry. You know. That's what the
No, but it's not
specialist was brought in
negative.
for.
It's not negative. I don't know why people
But
are
when they
determined
met,
to make
when
it
they
a
met a
practical.
side that's gotten the first set piece coach in the league, now a coach for the side, he used the same tactic against them.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Brentford have done it consistently for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Arsenal have leaned in more into the set piece thing over the past 2 years.
Roughly.
2 years, over the past 2 years. And so, yes, you have quality players to be able to execute on set pieces.
Yeah.
But Brentford is more or less ingrained in them.
Yeah.
It's part of their DNA. And it's very difficult to outcoach or outdo someone in that space. Someone who is more or less like is built in them so much that it feels part of their DNA. You have excelled in that area, but for them it's second nature to them.
True.
So there'll always be a bit of an edge towards those guys. So I wasn't surprised that they managed to outdo Arsenal when it came to those set pieces thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
but-
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
You want to say something?
So this from 19 January on ESPN. Arsenal, so 35% of their goals in the Premier League have been from set pieces.
Yes,
65%.
because look at the goals they've scored. They scored 50 goals.
Yeah.
And how many goals have they scored
14,
from set
15,
pieces?
14, 15,
Set pieces.
Set pieces.
18.
18.
You said
So
18.
18.
So
Yeah.
18 times 3 is what? It's 54.
Yeah. Okay.
So more or less
Actually,
like
more than a third. More than a third
yeah.
of their goals
You
are
get
from
it?
set
Okay.
pieces.
so
And about 7.5% is own goals. So that's nearly 50%. That's like obviously set pieces count, but those are goals that are coming from outside open play. Nearly 50. How do you call it? Just less than 50% of your goals are coming from outside open play. And I think if you are not blowing teams away, you're winning 1-0 or 2-0, it's easy to ask like, okay, so if other teams are able to
figure out the set piece thing.
why is that?
How are
They
you
use
going
different
to-
tactics. How are you?
I mean, these are
clearly
legit things.
statistically, it's proven that it's hard for you to break teams, score teams without
Set
using
piece.
this avenue. Doesn't mean that it doesn't count. Obviously, they all count. They are goals, but
It's
same
just
time
like a
too.
striker relying on penalties.
Yeah.
For instance,
Yeah.
Igor Thiago.
Yeah.
Igor Thiago of Brentford.
Yeah. The Brentford striker.
He is the second when it comes to goal scorers, goal scorers,
Yeah.
top goal scorers
Top
this
goal
season
scorers,
in the
yeah.
English Premier
Yeah.
League. Do you hear people talk about him?
Oh.
Because at the end of the day, he's got a chunk of his goals from penalties. I mean, we admit it. Yeah, penalty is a goal. A goal is a goal. But at the end of the day, it's not like we are. It's not like he's outscoring teams from open play
Yeah.
to the extent that will get a lot of people's attention and get him a lot of people hyped up.
Yeah.
There's always that little bit of, I wouldn't say concern. There's always that little bit of pause when you are giving him praise for the season that he's had. You want to say, oh, he's had a very good season,
But then-
then
Yeah.
you know about half of his goals have come from penalties. So if you don't get a penalty, it's very difficult for him to score or to see him score. So it's the same thing with Arsenal. that yes, the set piece thing is a big deal, and we have to talk about it because when you take out the set piece issue, and you look at it holistically, it's very difficult for us not to score goals. From open play.
That's true.
And break things down. And that's where there's a bit of a worry because, like he said, at some point teams will figure you out. Particularly in this business end of the season, teams will figure you out. And so, if they figure you out, what is the next punch? What is your counter move, as they say? What is your counter move? If you want to win the Premier League title, you need to have a counter move. That's all.
0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. I'm Jay from Cove City. Says World Bottling Company at it again. If Arsenal was a human, he will be someone who you see working tirelessly but still can't afford basic needs. That's harsh, isn't it? Let's run through the round 4 of the FA Cup games which is happening now. Then we'll run through the Manchester City squad and see if they really mean business here and now. Burnley up against Mansfield 0-0, 3 minutes into that game. Same happening, in terms of the minutes played at City, where Manchester City playing 0-0 is 4 minutes, it's 3 minutes into the game against Salford. There's Norwich City versus West Bromwich Albion. And Southampton, Leicester City happening now. Let me run through other games which are happening now, and then we can talk about the City situation. Fiorentina up against Como. Fiorentina leading Como is 46 minutes by a goal to 0. I believe in Cesc Fabregas. I believe in him. Yeah. In Germany, it's Bayern Munich 2, Werder Bremen 0, Hoffenheim 0, Freiburg 0, Union Berlin 1, Hamburger SV 0, Eintracht Frankfurt 2, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. Then Bayern Leverkusen 2, St. Pauli 0. Game traveled up until 34 minutes or the 34th minute mark, and these are the results. In Spain, before we get to the City situation, Espanyol finished against Celta Vigo, playing a draw 2-2. Celta Vigo took the lead, and Espanyol came and were leading by 2-1. Then then Celta Vigo got the equalizer.
Yeah, I mean, really good game. So Celta Vigo actually went 2-1 ahead, Borja Iglesias, but he was in an offside position. So the goal was disallowed, and that allowed Espanyol to then take the lead. And they thought they had won it in front of their home fans. But then Borja Iglesias got the last year, and he got the equalizer for Celta, which made the game end level. I also wanted to touch on the Southampton Leicester City, you said.
Southampton Leicester City.
Leicester City.
Let me run through the City starters. I mean, the confirmed 11 we're playing now, and then I'll allow you into the City conversation. Then you do that.
No, he's talking about Leicester City.
Southampton Leicester City.
Yeah, he's talking about Leicester, not Man City.
Yeah, I'm aware, but I want you to do the Man City one. So I want to go through the team sheet, and then I'll get back to you for that. It's still around 4 of the FA Cup. So, James Trafford.
City have taken the lead.
No time wasted.
No time wasted, bro. So it's Manchester City 1, Salford 0. I mean, it's Salford. You don't have to waste your time in there. James Trafford in post for City in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Kushanov, John Stones, Max Allen, and at Nori playing in defense. There's Rico Luis, Nico Gonzalez in double pivot role. Foden, Gianni Reinders, and Ryan Sheki and Omar Mamouche. So there's no Semenyo.
He's on the bench.
He's on the bench.
And Haaland are not starting today.
Yeah, so that's it. So keep that. I'll return to you, for the City bit. But you said you want to talk about Leicester City, Southampton.
Yeah. They played a really good game in the Championship, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Crazy.
Leicester.
Jordan, are you starting the game?
Yeah. The game they played against Southampton in the Championship was crazy. Leicester had a 3-goal lead in the first half, but somehow they ended up losing 4-3 to Southampton. And Fatawu Shaku scored a very good goal.
True.
That was his 8th goal of the season, and he already has 7 assists too. So 15-goal contribution, that's great. And his goal collection is very, very impressive. because the goals that he scores, they aren't any ordinary goals. They are very, very impressive goals, eye-catching goals, and you have to give him credit for that.
Numbers together.
Yeah.
I know you know where I'm going, so you smiling.
I mean,
and bow. Look, you put the numbers together. 15 goal contributions for him alone, and you put 7.
I mean, if you put him, Semenyo, Brandon Thomas, Asante as a front line, we should be
front line. Okay,
I'm just saying, like, if we're just going purely by numbers, these are all players who are double digits in goals and assists. So
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Both are very aggressive. In the front line, speedy wise, and considering the fact that we struggle in the middle phase to get fluid attacks and have those guys use their speed to run onto those balls that will be released. I think Ghana would have to rely a lot more on balls from deep, long balls from deep, and in that sense, it fits because, like I said, the speed is there. And these guys are hard runners, so they'll go after those long balls. The only issue is that the quality would have to be on point, and unfortunately, there's just, per what I've seen so far, there's just one person who's capable or consistently good when it comes to delivering those long passes accurately, and that's Thomas Partey. And once that is done, once that is the case, it can make it easy for opposing teams to game plan to shut that down. They can easily shut that down, and that for me is the issue. If you are playing Partey in there, then and you have Thomas Asante, Fatah Shahaku, and Semenyo leading the line. Okay, then where do you place a guy like Kwesi Sibo, or where do you place a guy? Then where do you place a guy like Mohamed Kudus? You get it. So where do you play a guy like Mohamed Kudus? I would want a situation where you pair Kudus with Partey in a 3-4-2-1 formation.
3-4-2-1.
Yes, or 3-4-3. If we are going per what Manuel said, then it will be a 3-4-3.
Yeah.
But I would want a situation where you do with a 3-4-2-1, where you are not necessarily using wingers in the attack, but you are using them as more or less like inside forwards. So Antoine Semenyo on the left and Mohamed Kudus on the right. Then you have maybe Jordan Ayew leading the attack. That's how I would love it. Then you have Thomas Partey pairing with maybe, ideally it should be someone like Majid Ashimero, or now per the way things are going, Ekele Biorinchi. So that would be how I would do it. But Fatah Shahaku this season, he has been brilliant, and it's good that he's not playing this game because he just recovered from an ACL, so you have to manage his minutes, and so he's not playing this game. I'm okay with it. I am okay with it.
Yeah, my worry for Leicester City is that they are in the relegation zone right now in the Championship, so that's one of the challenges. After they lost their game, that game. Now that they are in the,
they got deducted 6 points. Yeah, I mean, because of fair play issue. Yeah, they run into fair play trouble.
They've also had, or is it just Nottingham Forest? The last time they're in the Premier League, didn't they also have challenges with the financial fair play?
Yes, they got deducted.
And Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. So obviously the Premier. I think the Premier League were waiting.
That's not an excuse. That's what you want to draw up. The points to why you.
No, I mean, because in the season where they were deducted, I think Everton were deducted points under Sean Dyche, and Nottingham Forest were deducted points under Nuno, and none of them
survived.
They all survived. And it's the problem with it I didn't like about that is most of these teams know what they're doing, so they take a financial risk. They think that obviously if we get caught, we'll be deducted 6 points, but this player can help us get 10, 15 points. So even though we are beyond our limit, because it's almost like a checking limit. When you are spending, you have accountants who will let you know that if we spend this much money and we're not able to generate this amount of income, we won't be able to, balance the books for this set year. So sometimes they take the risk in the hope that this points deduction is not necessarily going to affect us, and these players can be that differential for us. Obviously, for them, it hasn't worked out, because now looking at them, within 10 years, it's exactly 10 years to the season that Leicester won the league in the Premier League. They look like they're about to be relegated into League One. obviously it's not the end for them because we saw Sunderland get relegated to League One and they found their way back to the Premier League. But for a club like Leicester, and I'm coming back to Ghana, for a club like Ghana, already
for a club like Ghana.
So for a country like for a club like Leicester and for a team like Ghana, already I'm a little. This whole Jordan Ayew being played through the middle, he's not as mobile as he used to be. Even in his more mobile days, I wouldn't be certain if he would. Obviously, now the older he's got, he's playing with a bit more maturity. Now he can hold up play. Now he can, win the ball and pass it. But functionally, if you look at the amount of talent we have
for your team, heading into the World Cup, he has it.
Okay, and that's where the dilemma is. I think it comes in the way. You see, that's why we say a team is a reflection of his coach.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, Jordan Ayew is the captain. He's a reflection of Otuado. So, in the World Cup qualifier campaign, he was one of the best contributors. Top 3 in terms of goal contributions. Yeah. You get it?
Yeah.
But now we are going to the World Cup.
Okay.
The level is different. It's the same thing with Otuado. Yes, he's done very well by qualifying Ghana to the World Cup. But we are going to the World Cup. We are going to be playing in the World Cup.
And the level is different.
And a lot of people are worried. Because it's the World Cup. And per what he has shown that, okay, he has some limitations. And would the limitations be grave enough to prevent us from qualifying beyond the group stages? That's why there are some issues there. Yeah. So Jordan Ayew is the same thing. When it comes to the African game qualification from Africa, he was brilliant. Honestly, I honestly believe that he almost single-handedly got us to the World Cup. Wow. Based on the limitations that we have regarding our coach and our technical handling or direction. So he stepped up and guided this team, used his experience to guide this team to qualify to the World Cup after failing to qualify to the AFCON. But now we are going to a higher level. Do you still believe that he can replicate those numbers or that kind of production at the world stage? And I don't think so.
Coach,
let's go for a break because if you start saying good share,
let me go for a break. When I come back, I'll introduce Coach Christopher Nimley again, and then you hear.
It's just like the Otuado situation. Honestly, if Jordan starts off the bench and plays the role of a veteran leader, and you have a situation where is Semenyo, Fatah Oshaku, and maybe even Kudus leading the front line, I will be okay with it.
Let me go for this break. This is 97.3 City FM. Of course, you're live on Channel 1 TV as well, and wherever you're doing the listening from online as well. If you are streaming, you're welcome to the show. We'll go for a quick break, return, and then there's more discussion here in studio. 97.3 City FM. It's the Republic of Football. The FA Cup currently happening. City leading Salzburg by a goal to 0. Bayern leading by 2 goals to 0 in the German Bundesliga as well. Let me run you through the results that are available now, as in games happening in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Manchester City are indicated leading. Burnley 0, Mansfield 0, Norwich City 0, West Bromwich Albion 0, Southampton 0, Leicester City 0. Games happening currently. Then Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A beating Como by 2 goals to 0 as it stands. And of course, in the German Bundesliga, it's Bayern 2, Werder Bremen 0. I explained that earlier. I mentioned that earlier. Hoffenheim 0, Freiburg 0, Hamburger 1, Union Berlin 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 2, Mönchengladbach 0, Bayern Leverkusen 2, St. Pauli 0. In the Spanish La Liga, Getafe 0, Villarreal 0. The game just started 2 minutes ago. So we'll be touching on that as and when goals come, we'll be informing you. So let me get into your messages on 0539 986 996. Now I'll move to Coach Christopher Nimley. There we'll talk about performances of Ghanaian players out there, observing games, their contribution, and the situation that's to happen, for our Black Stars. This is a World Cup year, so we'll have the opportunity to talk about all of those details. Good afternoon, City Sports. I'm Hot Babs from Airport. As a Chelsea fan, I never panic about Arsenal because it's their usual promise. We shall come back next season. He adds a laughing emoji. So it's Kwame from Awoshi says, how many goals have they scored in total, and what's a percentage of that for set pieces? I think it's Arsenal. We spoke about that. The narrative that there's so much reliance on set pieces is totally false. Is it? It's not. Is it? It's not. I mean, you told us the percentage of goals scored from set pieces.
35%. And the thing is, I don't think it's necessarily the problem with the creation of chances. I see them creating the chances. It just seems that the ones that they're able to convert, based on the evidence of the season so far, about 35% of them have come from set pieces. Great. And that's a large dependence.
He says check for the other teams. We'll get into that one later. And how do the set pieces come about? Oh, please. We all know how set pieces come about. Is either a corner or a foul in a certain position. Dead ball situations, we all know. Alexander Maxwell says the analysis on Arsenal are usually made up. Which Arsenal fan told Abeku they are not happy to be at the top. Stop making up stories for analysis. They are on top, period. I bet you what, we do a lot of research before we come on this show, and I tell you that I know Arsenal fans who are not happy. So if you doubt that too, I can play the inserts for you. Only that some of the words they use are not, pleasing to be played on radio. So I would have played even before the show. So what's the name again? Let me address it. Alexander, I know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Arsenal's current lead is just 4 points, and Manchester City's momentum is undeniable. While the Gunners have shown incredible resilience, City's experience and firepower can't be underestimated. For Arsenal to win the league, they will need to maintain their set-piece dominance and address their vulnerability to counter-attacks. With key players like Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard back from injury, Arsenal's chances just got brighter. But can they keep City at bay? We'll live to see. Evans from Asherman. I'm a fan of Wolves, though. He has a laughing emoji. I don't agree. I doubt you. Coach is a coach. I mean, you're on that point on the Black Stars players of age, I should say. Black Stars, players who are playing in Europe, who have the opportunity to play for the Black Stars, their form, and just opposing that with, to what we are to see for our national team at the Mundial.
Abeku, if you are Ghanaian, you should be worried.
Why? Why do you say so?
We are virtually, the World Cup starts in June, isn't it?
Yeah, June, July.
March.
We are in March.
April,
we are in
May.
February now.
I don't count February. February is gone.
Okay,
so I don't want to count it.
March, April, May. 3 months.
So we are 3 months from entering the month of June.
True, that's a World Cup year.
And you have to be worried if you are a Ghanaian.
Why? Our players are scoring. Why do you say we have to be worried?
Our players are not scoring. It's Semenyo who is scoring.
There's a Leicester City.
The Fatal
Isaku, who's also
Thomas Asante started well, but he's cooled down a bit. Iñaki has picked up his form a little for
Inaki scores once every 10 games.
For Ghana, but not for Atletico.
Atletico himself, how many goals have he scored this season?
I'll get you that. You can continue, I'll get you that.
How many goals has Inaki scored this season?
I'll get you.
One said 2 goals.
That's 2. I mean, he had an abductor injury. He had an abductor injury that took him out for like 2 months.
The guy is back and scoring. I mean, there was analysis said
the problem is
players who are in form.
The problem is if you're a Ghanaian, you should be worried because there are issues with our team.
Oh, what a goal, Mamush!
I think it's been checked.
Well, Kane also scored a fantastic goal. I thought you were talking about the Bayern.
There are issues.
Yeah, but it's been checked.
So. The Mamush goal.
Yeah,
it's been chopped off.
Yeah, I think he must have been offside.
There are issues with our team.
Yeah, the Black Stars. Why do you say so?
We have issues with the technical direction of our team.
But they've added 5.
Forget about those people. It's not about just adding. Where is the body of work of those additions? Some of them we have tried and they failed woefully. The man who has been brought in as performance there, coach or what have you, we took him to Qatar. What was the performance of our team?
It's not better though.
We took him to Cote d'Ivoire. What was the performance of our team? So he has proven, at least in 2 major tournaments, that when he was given the chance to work and improve the performance level, the stamina level of our team, he failed. True or false? In Qatar, we got tired from the last game went on. From the last report, we got tired.
But Henry Santichum says that the breakdown of the coaches are as follows. So it's not a situation where Otuado has 5 assistants.
I'm looking at the fitness man, the performance man.
Actually, we have 3 assistants. So in Desmond Ofer, Ravera and Kemlas Bjorgren. Then the Jose guy
from Spain
will come in fully or operate fully as a video analyst. And then you have John Paintel work as high performance coach. So
okay, it's fine, coach. I want to listen to
now I know for UK in this way.
Is it Chris? I'll get you the name.
The point I'm making is say fitness and this man we've taken to 2 major tournaments. I hope you are aware. We took him to Qatar, we took him to Cote d'Ivoire.
Pesa?
Yes.
Yeah.
And our team's performance was bad, extremely, very, very bad. True or false?
It's true.
Now go there.
So Iñaki Williams has 2 goals this season.
2 goals.
Yeah, 2 goals in 23 games in all competitions.
So as I'm saying,
but how many games has he played from that?
23.
How many games has he started?
Don't be overly stressed about these details. Why should 2?
No, but the people need to know that this is
he scored 2.
And he has 2 assists too. So 2 goals, 2 goals,
23 games,
2 assists, and 23 games.
No, the games started. I'll get that. But I want to follow.
So in La Liga, it's 15 appearances. In the Copa del Rey, 14. So 15 plus 4 is 19. Then in the Champions League, 3 games. So 19 plus 3 is 22. Then in the Super Copa, it's just 1 appearance. So 22 plus 1 is 23. And he has 2 goals and 2 assists.
How many?
But like I said, he missed 2 months due to an abductor injury. So
fair
yeah.
Point. Coach, I want to follow.
So the point I'm making is we have serious problem in our team with our team.
Our Black Stars.
Look, it's not looking good though. We have seen the Black Stars prepare for 3 previous World Cup.
Same.
It's looking like this is the worst. The
one we are about to get into, the World Cup we are about to get into, this preparation is the worst.
Yes.
How
regarding the technical direction of our team, and regarding the quality of the technical direction of and regarding the performances of our players, the battle readiness of our players, we need to pray.
Why do you say that?
Because there are issues going on that will affect the team.
What are those issues?
Issues number one. Most of our players are not on form.
Most of them,
Most of them. On top of my head, those playing in the top leagues, the only one that is on top form, top form, is Antoine Semenyo.
We can put the Leicester guy in there.
Oh, Fatal dear. Look, if when everybody is assembled, I don't see him as a starter in this thing.
Fair.
I don't see. So no, I don't want to talk about him.
Fair.
He's very good striking the ball from this, but if you look at his all-round play, he's very bad. When he loses the ball, he doesn't fight for it. He walks. He creates a lot of imbalance in our team. People will not talk about that. But me, as a technical man, I will just not look at him striking the ball from 35 yards, 40 yards.
He scores crazy goals.
I look beyond that, because those crazy goals will not be guaranteed every now and then. It comes once in a while.
But he's been consistent at that.
When we go to the World Cup, we'll be playing every 3 days. Can he guarantee crazy goals every 3 games? Every 3 days.
That's also my other issue. I know he got injured when he was in the Premier League, but when Fatal was in the Premier League,
when he came to the Premier League, it took him some time. He didn't just get injured. He couldn't perform at that level. That is another big problem. Now
he had the same form he has now in the Championship the season before, but when he came to the Premier League,
we didn't see any.
Fair.
Now,
don't let him. I want to stay in thought.
Going to a major tournament like the World Cup, if you're a coach, your prayer is that your players should establish some decent form backed by consistency. Because it is the form that will take you forward in the World Cup, not experience.
Yeah.
All those who are saying this person is experienced, this person, what is the current form of whoever you are mentioning to be experienced? I can give you several examples to that.
I agree.
Several examples to that. The recent example is when we went to Cote d'Ivoire. Our most experienced player, his form was bad. What was the outcome?
Koningsdorfer just scored for by Hamburger.
You know what? Players like Koningsdorfer, he's come and gone, isn't it?
Yeah, well, okay. But he's still young enough to stick around. Yeah.
Is he?
Because you said your performance, if you are in form.
How often does he score? Dorfer. Is he not a defender or a midfielder?
Oh, he's a striker. A forward. He's a forward.
Don't do that. Man,
listen to what I'm saying. You listen.
There is a
your top striker. How many goals has he scored all season? Watch it.
I'll tell you.
Well, he's kind of those secondary strikers. He's not like an out and out striker.
And look, you see, we should be praying that the very influential
Semenyo is not
player,
an out and out striker, but he's scoring. Koningsdorfer is scoring.
Semenyo is an integral part of the Blasters. That is why some of us are worried.
But you need a good bench too.
Replicating the form at club level with the Blacks. And I may help me because Semenyo, I cannot. If I'm the coach, I cannot imagine my team sheet without him.
Okay.
I cannot imagine my team sheet without Semenyo.
I agree.
So I'm a worried man if he's not going to replicate whatever he's doing at club level, at the national level. The form of our players in Koyi is not good. We have a technical team who never seem to bring the best out of our most influential
I
player.
agree.
So if you are a Ghanaian, you should be worried at the form.
That's why they're adding
technical. Oh, forget about those that are adding up. I've given you an example of somebody who has been there performance-wise.
There's another guy who's
Bioko Green. Our coach
he's won a bronze.
Bioko Green. Do you think the women's game is the same as the men's game? It's like Thomas Tuchel telling the English coach, the English women's coach.
Hervé Renard went into women's coaching and then came back.
Hervé Renard has established himself as a men's coach. True or false?
Yeah, but I'm saying
he didn't just get up and go into women's coaching.
But I'm saying his heart stinks with women.
And I'm saying that before he went there, he has done it the difficult way. So he could go into where it's not too difficult.
Maybe the opposite works too. So that's why
it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. I believe that Bioko Green, after winning bronze, would have left Ghana.
Why do you say so?
No, but
the
rumors was there. Oh,
no, I'm just.
The rumors were. It was rumor that he has gotten better offer.
Every coach who wins something important gets better
So
positions.
he was promised to be part of the World Cup technical team.
That I don't
That I'm
That's
saying.
your information, okay.
That I am saying. That from my information, that was why he stayed.
Okay.
Because he needed an opportunity to beef up his CV in the men's game.
Oh, okay.
So he stayed. Me personally, I don't know what he adds to the table. To the World
He
Cup.
won a bronze medal. I
Forget about bronze medal with women. Don't do that. We are talking the men's game. Hey, we are serious. So I don't see what he brings to the table.
Okay.
Let nobody get. I'm not against the additional, but I'm looking at what exactly we have added. How well does it improve this thing? That is where the problem is. Today we are being told that, look, Desmond Ofe, my friend, is a personal friend, my very good friend.
Yeah.
When we took him to the under-20, when we needed him to coach the most difficult game, he was shaking. Did you see him? When we went down 2-0, I was to say, Mama Danfo,
I'm saying
you will never see it.
Oh, coach, man, yet them.
Mama yet them about the idea will be a
Video holder.
Oh, who should die?
Who didn't know Papa? But yeah, I didn't see that. I'm saying I didn't see.
he was
I mean,
probably shaking his.
Shaking is too much of.
Now listen, let me tell you something.
I think Amorim was shaking.
Let
He
me
was
tell you,
just.
how much? Look,
he was just
coaches
nervous.
shake. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Coaches shake.
I'm not saying that they don't.
The point I'm making is that in that under-20 tournament, my affair, whom I had trusted and believed in, stood on the touchline in every game. True or false?
True.
In the game where we conceded 2 goals in the first 20 minutes, I got trafo.
I think it was against Egypt.
It was against Egypt or Algeria,
I think
all
it
of
was-
them. He went to sit down. Yeah, we all saw it. Eventually left the assistant coach to come and do the coaching. Do you think that is a strong enough an assistant coach? Somebody who is being taken through the, you see, he's going through the ranks.
But it's just one game.
That was the game that cost us the from going.
Yeah,
to
if we had gone
if
to
we
the
won that
semi-finals,
game,
would
they
have won the World
qualified.
Cup.
They qualified to World Cup.
We would have gone to the semi-finals of World Cup.
You understand? If we have won that game straight, Jacob. Now this person has been made an assistant coach. I'm not against, but I think he's not ready for that level. He said Ghana had
The jump is too much.
Ghana had with Yankanokre. I know, are they American? People will call him and say, look, listen to your friend. But I've said it now. They know me. When it comes to serving Ghana, even if my wife is not up to the standard, I'll tell her.
You've mentioned
So, but I don't care.
You've mentioned it.
I don't care. It's about Ghana and family.
I agree that the jump is just a little too much for this moment.
Look, we have.
I feel like it's inevitable because if you look at the way Desmond Ofe has been placed within the structure from the different roles he's been given, I think eventually, if we have the same idea, I think they probably want to give him the big job at some point. But they've made it very obvious that he is the person that they are trying to.
Look, he was made.
I mean, at the point I felt
he
same
was
about
made.
Dr. Prosper
He was
Natel,
made what?
But
Technical be in charge of.
the GFA.
No,
Coaching training.
coaching training.
Yeah, the
Hey,
GFA,
no.
something.
What was the body of practical evidence to be given that position?
And then he goes to the under-20 job.
And then he
He
falls.
did not. He wasn't able to qualify to the World Cup and
We
gets
are
promoted
joking.
to
You
the.
see, we are joking. We
to
are
the Black
jokers.
Stars.
Look, some of us. You see, these are some of the fundamental reasons why I don't want to have anything to do with Ghana football. I'm telling you. Who told you I don't want to go into active coaching? Who told you so? But Sana, no. There are certain things I will say and I will do. No, the establishment will not want me, so I will not go closer to them. Thank God that He's opened another avenue for which I'm using my brain to take care of my family. I wish all the coaches was just like me.
No, you don't.
No, when I say just like me, they have options. That for which they can.
Don't say, if he said they have options,
Do you think
they should stop coaching?
Of course.
Because Prosper Natel, my very good
my
friend, is a lecturer at the University of Cape Coast. A super solid lecturer. But he leaves the job and get into coaching. So if you say they should all,
Do you think?
and you are a tutor as well.
Do you think Prof is a happy man?
He's a happy man.
Okay, young Kodo, don't bring
He's
Prof
happy.
into this.
Good. So let
You have brought it, so don't bring it.
it's okay. It's okay. I reserve that.
So the point I'm making is that the Black Stars, who is the other one that they've brought? The other assistant coach or coach why? Body of work. I remember in 2006 when Djokovic was going, we added some people who made the likes of is he the late Ike Afrani? I've forgotten who were those who were given the road to go and scout on our opponent. Is it Cecil Jones? Check for me.
I'll get you that.
Check, ma'am. Never compare. For compare. In 2010, those who were made scouts of the Black Stars. For compare.
But your coach was part of the 2010.
What do you mean, my coach? Who is my coch?
You don't have a Blasters coach.
He was part of 2006.
Who?
Okay, 26.
Otuado, he was part of the 2006 World Cup squad.
No, I'm not.
No,
talking
no,
about
Bobo.
squad. I'm
Hey,
not talking
check,
about
check,
squad.
come on.
Yeah, I'm not talking about squad.
Hey, Chabaze.
As in scout.
Yeah,
That was 2014.
2014. Kwesi Appiah's time.
Who was made scout?
Otuado was part of
Otuado.
the
I
scout.
won't say a failure. And I won't say a failure.
Oh no, 2014.
Now 2014, I was Papa Nekoye.
I mean, to
Yeah,
an
win
extent,
one game.
Otuado as the only individual would have been involved in the last.
Yeah,
few
win
World
one
Cups for
game.
Ghana.
You won one game.
2014. 2014 was what, Brazil?
Otuado,
No,
the
it was not
profession.
Brazil. Okay, 2014. was
Otuado,
Brazil.
or a scout, or scout nyama. And in the on tree.
That's why people are around him to help him, isn't it?
And
Who are
that's
these
what I was asking, Coach.
Who are those people around?
Coach,
Even those who are around him, majority of them, he's even more experienced than them.
Frank, you said this, and I draw you into your own Manchester United.
Forget me, Ghana, Sema. You are talking about.
Speaking an example.
Look, I can choose
the
not to
guy
support
was
Manchester
the guy
United
was
today.
with the
I
Chelsea
can
coach.
choose
He
not-
won a trophy
I
with the
can
Champions League with them. The Chelsea what's the guy's name?
Di Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo. The guy was with Di Matteo. Was Di Matteo's assistant? Di Matteo was not
Do you
having
know
that
what?
experience.
I
He
can
was
choose.
with Conte. Same Chelsea. He was with Thomas, the English manager. Tuchel. You know, and then he's with he's just with Manchester United, but he's won trophies as assistant manager for other coaches.
So the point I'm making is that
Yeah.
if the head is not good, you back him with people with proper body. You see the Man United man they brought to help
Steve
Michael
Holland.
Carrick.
Steve Holland. That's the guy I'm talking about. It's the same guy I'm talking about.
That's a top
Yeah, he's a
coach.
That's his examples.
I
I'm
would
giving
say
you.
Carrick person ya adiba na wabeno boss me abaze no cheche.
Yeah.
Ofe.
That's what Kim last.
Ofe okojina Otuado chena oye ni den. Opam no.
No, but you cannot.
We saw it. We are at the stadium. I can't come and sit here and be saying anything.
Of course. No, I know.
And nyame kanu me into America.
Okay, but as an open.
Biako Green on coaching any male team. Baby, Papa Biao. He's not coach any male team. Biako Green.
But he's won 2 league titles in Cyprus. And
With who?
He's won a league title in Cyprus
who?
and is it the Danish women's.
Me say men. We should say women.
I'm just pointing out that he's
I don't want to hear anything about that.
You say body of work. When we say body of work, you say you don't want to hear.
I'm saying Biako Green.
Fantastic.
Has he coached a male team before? Biako Green. That's the point I'm making. Look, do you think what you look? That's what I'm saying, Sehu. I have seen the Black Stars perform and prepared for World Cup. Them job for the boys, technical staff, them won't be there. Them job for the boys, technical staff, me won't be there. The head is not good enough. If you want to make it a solid backroom staff, you won't add people with proper body of work.
But you also understand, or you also agree
Agree to what?
that there is a
The Abaze.
man. You're damn. It's too much. Let me finish my question. But you also understand, or you also agree with me that there is a range with which we can play. When it comes to our budget to pay coaches in this country, for example, and it has to go through the
Schaefer,
ministry.
what you saying?
I don't know.
Nobody should talk. You see, the gross disrespect from the sports ministry that they have shown to the people of this country by not revealing to us how much of our money is being given to these people. Don't even go there. Mama Sika, up to now, has anybody shown us any respect? Honorable Kofi Adam, since he came, have they shown us any respect to tell us that Otuado, Busume, Niketania, I know how much money my president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is earning every month. I know as a Ghanaian. Don't I know? Don't I deserve to know how much money Shefa is taking? How much money? Those who have been added are taking. Don't I deserve to know?
Let's
don't we deserve to know?
Let's come to the players.
Hold on. Don't take me where I don't want to go. Hold on.
You want to go into the players?
I'll go there. No, let's say this.
Okay.
Ghanaians listen to
that for you.
Ghanaians listening to me. Muntie, listen to me. Listen. If I don't have a case, say, Coach, you don't have a case. I'm asking.
I know. You know.
Don't we deserve to know as Ghanaians how much money Shefa at the age of 79 years, 78, 79, how old is she? Forget me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do about it. I'm being honest. Don't you deserve to know how much money he's taking?
And if it's about numbers, you can make the point that why are we going for quantity over quality? We're spending so much money that we've gotten 5 fixed technical people who are probably the best at their job come in and they work with Otuado.
England.
At the rate we are paying these
numbers. England is 40.
Shefa.
No, I don't know. I can find out. I said I find out for.
Now Otuado is out there. You say
I'll tell him. That's what I'm saying. And this one is recorded. That's what I'm saying.
And I'll get that for you.
I'm
saying that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that Coach Nimle, I'm on top of issues. Look at how I am struggling to pull out how much money Shefa and those people are taking.
You pull out.
You know, how much between me and you, Coach? You know, I say I'll find out.
Fine, I want to tell Ghanaians.
You want to tell Ghanaians?
Of course, Ghanaians deserve to know.
Fine.
The day I'll meet the Honorable Sports Minister, I will tell him that is gross disrespect to the people of this country. You don't give our money to people, expatriates. Will America give me money if I'm working for them and they don't tell the people of America how much money they are giving me? Has it happened anywhere? It has never happened anywhere. But we are treated as if we are nobody.
Coach, he's 76.
76. What is his date of birth? 77.
He's not 79. I'm just pointing out.
No, he's 76. Soon to be 77. What is the date of birth? What is the date of birth?
10 January. He's already
76.
Now he's 76 years. How much money are we giving him?
I would get.
Shouldn't we know this? Shouldn't we?
We have to. That's what I'm saying. I'll find out.
Shouldn't we know this?
Yeah. And I'll let you know.
So you cannot just
when I get the details, I'll forward that to you on WhatsApp.
The FA is saying that the appointment of these people has been approved by the ministry, and the ministry is going to pay them. So how much money are they giving them?
I mean, I think the minister will come out and speak again because he spoke down on the Black Stars budget when they were cutting.
They have never told us.
Not a breakdown of how much they are paid.
Black Stars budgets going.
We knew they were taking $10,000 cash. We knew people who were just arranging clothes were taking $8,000 per match.
The minister made that available.
And he said that. So why don't you make the coaches salary available?
Let's know.
How about time bill?
I think you underestimate if you know how much is in budgeted per game and then you take out the additional cost.
You see, Shefa try now. Since he came, you see, we behave anyhow. That is why when you need people to be accountable in this country, they run away. Because anybody is allowed to behave anyway, anyhow.
We are all within laws. So
the laws, no, and you're accountable. Now on you.
You let's stay in football. I'm saying that.
Football matters and make fantastic. And the Sika saying of my task. Don't go there. Yeah, here to be accountable. Oban, you me pede me chere ni say. Obi a wash me sika. Me investment.
I'll
Me investment.
the numbers. I've made a promise on radio.
I've
made a promise on national radio. I'll get you the details.
No,
not now, because when I write somebody now, it will take time. You know. So I say I'll call you.
So virtually, you and I are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
What am I saying? What I'm saying is that they've disrespected us. It's gross disrespect.
Fair.
I mean, to Sebi.
Fair.
You give my time. Do you know how look? Fair. How hard do you work, Yao?
Hey.
Do you know how hard we work?
Very hard.
Do you know how hard I work?
I know.
Now me Jimmy pay slipper and him taxa. Efima. Emima. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Today our cocoa farmers are there. And him brow conformer. People are just taking our money. We don't know how much money they are taking in the name of black stars. You cannot treat people like that. So that's the point I'm making. All those additions, nobody should get. I'm not against them,
I agree.
But there has to be that transparency in whatever you do. Transparency is the better way of what accountability. Obia feature. I didn't say the alcohol. Yeah, someone they will know how to approach it properly. Now you've brought close to 25 backroom staff.
20. 18 according to a report. 18.
So I am calling for further additions to the goalkeeper's trainer.
Oh.
Me hypocrite.
That I agree.
I'm calling for I think Fatal Dada needs another 2 more because Fatal Dada alone cannot be the goalkeeper's trainer.
I agree with you.
I'm calling for further additions in that department.
I agree with you. I agree.
But as you add, you should tell me how much they are earning because it's my money you are going to use to pay them. So what sort of behavior is this? How do you run football like that? That's the point I'm making.
Since Kwame says, Abeku is scared. No, I'm not scared. Coach is a very good friend. I'm not scared. I mean, we talk a lot on board on other matters. But, Coach, you
we have a problem.
Now,
let's go to the playing body.
Yeah, that's how I want you to go.
Let's go to the playing body. Abeku.
Coach.
Also, she wants to ma hit you up.
Put the AC. Increase the standard.
Look.
Yeah.
We have a problem. I'm worried. Look, it's giving me sleepless night. I have said.
Yeah. Someone says I should find out from you.
What's about it?
What do you think of Josh Achampo replacing Salisu to pair Jiku?
These are players. If they were going to come,
under 20 Mensah paired with John Mensah. Jonathan.
These were players who, if we're going to come by now, all those things should have been wrapped up. I mean, you know my stand on this matter. Anybody who is going to make our team better, bring the person in. It's not the bona fide right of anybody because I played in the qualifier automatically I should be at the work. After all, they've been paid for whatever job each and every one of them did.
Yeah,
they've been paid.
Sure.
So what comes is a different way altogether. So that's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Now let's go to the playing body.
Yeah, the playing body.
Abeku, we are Ghanaian here. Wherever you are, you should pray.
Why?
Our best player is going through a lot.
Who is that?
Thomas
Antoine
Partey.
Semenyo is
No. See, Semenyo, they'll feed on the controller.
Thomas Partey?
Of course, they'll feed off him. He's the main man.
Why is he saying that?
I am praying for him every day.
Why?
The coach at Villarreal is not playing him.
Yeah.
There are other side issues that are distracting him.
Problems. The side issues.
I am not happy. I'm speaking with all passion. I pray God every day that the young man stay focused.
But
the best
off-field issues are...
You see, those things are there, but you see, when it's being complicated by the head coach of his club side, then it means Ghana were because can you imagine that Blasters midfielder with Thomas Partey not being at his best in the World Cup against Panama in that very first game? Can you imagine that first game with Partey not being himself? Without him, we cannot win
It's a
any
crazy
game.
year for him because as
I
part
beg
of
we see.
hearing,
Without Thomas Partey being on
there's
his
even a
best,
November hearing.
you forget about November 1. I'm saying
No, because before I'm just trying to say that aside he having to go to the Westminster again before the World Cup, there's another after the World Cup. So his mental space.
that's what I'm saying. And to be a bumpire on bumpire Thomas Partey, it's one of my prayer topics. I pray God that that those around him will keep him. Look, for me, he's so dear to me.
No, he's dear.
He's so dear to me. I don't joke with him.
He's a big player.
I have a personal relationship with him, so I don't joke with him. So the point I'm making is that to make our team better, we need him. We need him at his topmost best. What most people don't know is that.
Act, isn't it? Because
No, how can it be a difficult act? I mean, it is being made difficult because of what is happening at club level. But I think if all the side issues were going and he was playing his football at club level, at least focusing on football regularly, week in, week out, that makes it better. But the point I'm making is that if you're a Ghanaian, you need to go down on your knees and start praying. Mohamed Kudus say,
he'll be back on the field soon.
we are not guaranteed how he's going to come back. It's a long-term injury, 2-3 months, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's coming back after the international break. So at least you have like a full month before.
He'll be back after March.
Like a full month before the World Cup, like almost 2 months.
No.
Yeah, so he'll be back in form. Oh, he'll be fine.
He needs about
Me, I'm a
3-4
coach.
games.
I mean,
Just
just a month will do.
A
I mean,
month
that's
cannot
3-4
do.
games.
A month will
A
do.
month is like 5.
No, think about it.
games.
No, think about it. A month, then the season ends. Then we'll play 3 games before the World Cup.
Makes it 7.
Yeah, so
friendly
it should be
games,
fine.
them friendly games, you can cancel them. No player will win it.
But there are opponents who are
we
better
see.
than us when it comes to ranking on the
Me
FIFA.
see a friendly game, and I know I'm on the ticket. Kudus will go to the World Cup. He will not exert himself in this friendly game. I can't make experiences there for everybody to see. So what I'm saying is that let's pray that when he comes, there shouldn't be any setback. Because you see in football, once you go out for 2.5 months or 3 months, there is every possibility that when you come, there could be a setback.
True.
There's every possibility. I'm praying for Kudus that there should not be a setback. We need him. We need him. Salisu is no more. As we speak, who is going to partner?
Oh, don't say no more. No more is like the person not existing.
No. But we
Football
everybody
contest,
football.
yeah.
We are
Black Stars
He's not going
contest.
to the World Cup.
Yeah,
That must say, of course, I cannot say he's no more as in is.
That's fine.
For the World Cup, he's out.
Yeah.
Oh, but to partner Jiku, you have the guy Ajeti. Jonas Ajeti. No, he's going to Wolfsburg, so he's playing top level football. There's Kojo Oponpepra.
World Cup is a sensitive
No,
space,
wait,
so-
there's Kojo Oponpepra who's playing for OGC Nice.
Yeah.
So they are playing consistently, and then
but
you see-
to have the pair play for a minute.
I
also
think
come
what
out to
the
say-
player we should be praying for is Abdul Mumin. Why is he not back still?
I mean, he started training slightly, but
Another
I mean, you
good
know that it's very difficult. It's very likely that he might end up recovering just before the World Cup.
That's another problem.
So that's where there's an
another
issue.
problem. That's another
So for me, I'm suggesting that we should, Ghana as a whole should be looking at the players that would have ideally been on the bench if all those guys were fit. So for instance,
like a guy who's fit but comes from the bench.
yeah, I'm saying as in possible replacement in the sense that so for instance, let's say
the Black
Thomas.
Stars bench.
Yeah, so let's say Thomas Partey isn't in the right space to play for Ghana
Who are you going
at
to
the
use
World
as a
Cup.
DM?
Okay, so who are you going to
Fourth
use?
of you.
Who are you going to start? And that's why I'm so happy that this time around Ibrahim Suleiman has started picking up his performance and his minutes.
Okay.
Yes. Playing for
coach is just
so
throwing our team
in that sense I'm okay
Our
with
team
it.
is really not.
Then you look at the defense. Yes, there's a possibility of bringing back. So I'm looking at someone like Maxwell Weleji, all of those guys.
Your problem.
We have a problem.
Yeah, two, yeah, three, yeah. We have a big problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
To mitigate all these problems, to mitigate all these problems, we
Atakon.
need a coach that by now would have established
Atakon.
an
That guy-
identity.
Atakon, is it that guy?
Yeah,
that we were
Atakon is-
struggling with his.
yeah, it's twist with a swish. So he's a left full back, so he can come in there.
There are a lot of
compete.
questions we need to be.
And the chap who played in our last game against Comoros at Accra Stadium on the left full back position, I think he's okay.
Onyazi.
So we can. He's also.
Yeah,
I'll get his name for you. So he's also a possibility.
Against Mali, the
Yeah,
Comoros.
against Mali.
Or
Comoros.
or the one who played in under 20. Yeah, and
No,
Onyazi.
he looks for the name, then we can. Because I might also
So understand.
a lot of names in my mind.
So Abegu, the problems with the team now is becoming worse each and every day. Given our captain now, you know, his performances at Leicester is a bit undulating. That's the first name on our team sheet. Very, very undulating.
Would you play him if he's?
No, for now I can't say I'll play or not to play, unless I see the total
Finalist.
assembled team that this is our team. Then I'll begin to make the best out of it. But we've got serious problems, big time. We don't even know who partners Thomas Partey in midfield. That has not been established yet.
Thomas Partey, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not
even him.
here, but even him. There are
But you see,
questions
so
with him.
there are issues. At right back, Tariq Lamptey is injured. Do you trust Ali Duseidu? Nkoye. Look, I've seen my Black Stars. Goodness me, the days of John Pencil, the days of
Aren't we still at
Hans
the rebuilding
Ebusape.
stage
The-
with the
is it-
performance of our players?
Because-
Ebenezer Annan.
Onyazi.
Yeah.
What's where's Onyazi?
Oh,
Nkoye. Oh, Nkoye. Yeah,
That's what I'm
Nkoye.
saying, that we should look at the
So the
possibilities.
point, you see, you are talking about transition. We've been so bad in managing football in this country. That is why we've not had a proper transition. Because the transition starts from the FA through a proper coach. And the man.
I know it starts from a good coach.
Yes. Yes.
If he's giving the full hands around
Yes.
the squad with proper scouting.
We brought a coach who virtually used close to a whole cycle of his tenure, creating confusion in our team.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, can you cry, Mumpe?
I want the people out there.
Me see,
I'm here for
we
them.
brought a
We asking
coach
questions.
who ensured that he created confusion in our team such that we couldn't qualify for the AFCON.
How?
Even simple leadership became an issue. We didn't know who the
But
leaders
he's
in our team
corrected
is.
that.
You spoke about transition, and I'm telling you what has affected the transition.
Okay.
Don't you think, in terms of transition, we needed the AFCON to ensure that we've done proper transition?
That one, yeah.
And you make a chira,
But
that's
we're
what
not
I'm
there.
telling you.
We're not there. So we can look forward. Isn't it?
So it is bad.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making. You talk about transition. We needed the AFCON to have tested the nucleus of whatever we were working on. That one, thanks to some incompetence, it just went by. Shoom, they're just like that. Agreed?
Agreed. But
Well,
we are here.
Villarreal are playing against Getafe.
Is Partey in there?
Yeah, Partey is not in the list. He's injured, groin injury. Partey is not featuring in that game.
Papa.
For Villarreal.
Chewatono.
So
Papa.
yeah, he's not in there because of a
Chewatono.
groin injury. Per the reports that we are getting, yeah, a groin injury. So
We need that player. I need that player. Papa, you are Zibout. Wouldn't you? Chomo Ewale. Chomo
I
Ewale.
want to pray here too.
Chomo Ewale ko. No sa ni bi ha watching a towo. Ni bi mfite Zibout. One chabo. Yeshi ba me. Ke he jole me. Ke min share me. Jemo ekpo Zibout. No sa ni bi ha watching ni bi mfite.
I mean, send it to me.
No, make a children no. God will have to show himself to touch our team. Look, I talk to big men. Oh.
I know.
I talk to big men in this country.
I know.
And spiritually, no, the revelations on our team is not good. I will end it. I will end that matter. I won't go beyond that. I'm telling you honestly. Me no catch it all.
Why are you like this?
I talk to
Spiritually,
me catch it all.
the opposite.
The revelations on our team to the World Cup and yet. Look at what
Why?
no, but look at what is happening to our key players. Look at what is happening. Could it mean that? Could it mean that the leadership is battling some other people spiritually? Could it mean that? I will call you Nako Judin. Nafa betna ye nijiso. Yen na ye hwe. You are aware of what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Some of these things.
Let's end that one day.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there. The point I'm making is
I want you to do the research on Kofiche for me. Where is he?
Oh, he's still injured.
oh no, you want to me before?
He's still
Forget
injured.
it.
Last time I saw him.
Oh,
that was training. His way,
setback.
his way of
You see, he's worried.
his way of being in good shape. In great shape.
2 minutes.
It's fine. It's fine.
His way of being in good shape
Yeah.
to be able to get back into full-time play anytime soon. I think he will recover just before the World Cup, and I don't think he will be in a perfect position or
But
right
there are
position.
a couple
to
who
be
will
able
be
to,
returning just before
play.
the World Cup.
Oh yeah, like Kudus for instance,
Yeah.
looks like very likely Abdul Momen. Yeah, but those guys are quite likely to return just before the World Cup starts. And I'm looking at a guy like Majid Ashimiru too.
Yeah,
I mean, now he's in the move to RAAL Louvain in the Belgian league.
Yeah.
He had some injury issues and he wasn't featuring much for Anderlecht. And now he's made that move. And yeah, so I'm looking to see how he would fare because he is the kind of guy that you need next to, let's say, a Thomas Partey or an Ibrahim Suleimana. Those guys that can play off a pivot. Yes, you need those guys. And yes, you might also be looking at using Caleb Yurinchi in that position. That is if our right fullback position situation isn't so dire, where you have to use him in that position, because I think he's fared well in that position, playing as a right fullback. So those are the things that we should be looking out for. That's why I say that we should create a scenario where okay, maybe Partey is not in the right space to play for Ghana. Maybe Mohamed Salisu is definitely not playing because he's been ruled out. Then there's also the debate about maybe Abdul Momen not being able to play. All of those things, we should be able to look at the possibility and bring in a situation or create a situation where the players who would have usually or ideally been coming off the bench or seen as potential replacement would be viewed as starters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I see someone like maybe an Ibrahim Suleimana starting for Ghana, and that's what we should do. So you were supposed to say something. Yeah.
No, I
want you to say that we'll go for a break and then come.
Yeah, no, I was just making the point about how to call it Mo Kudus, and I was just wondering how with him coming back from injury in particular, how the change of management at Tottenham Hotspur would particularly affect him. So if a new coach comes in, he has these players available as his options, and he starts using them immediately.
There's a coach in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the Igor Tudor is coming in, but for now, Kudus is injured. So his first 2, 3, 4, 5 games, you have to try different options. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you try different options other than Kudus. And I'm just wondering, with him now coming back to fitness, whether he can now work his way back into the team and get enough fitness before the World Cup starts. That was just another worry for me in terms of Ghana. But I think, like you said, we have really good options. It just depends on how the coach is willing to use it.
We always say we have talent across. That's what we say as a country. When it comes to our national
we
team,
have
the pool.
talent and we have good options, but it's because of the way the technical direction has gone so far. That's why there's always that bit of a worry or hesitation because we haven't tested them enough.
Well,
and so there's that bit of a worry that when we get to the World Cup where there's a lot at stake, and the quality is very, very high. Are you now just going to bring these guys in and expect them to be able to kick on from where the Partey's left off potentially? So that's where the issue is. It's not for a lack of talent, but it's because of a lack of enough appearances or enough game time, and the lack of proper direction all in all, where the team hasn't been able to gel enough for you to be confident that the structure is set. So this player might end up not featuring for Ghana, but this player can come in and be able to deliver virtually the same goods as their usual starter. And that's why I always have an issue with the technical direction that for instance, the top teams that we see, the template has been created. So one leaves maybe because of rotation, time management, or load management, or injuries, suspensions. But the replacement comes in and he easily slots into that role, and he plays as if the usual starter is around. That's where we are lacking, and that's why we have issues being confident about relying on those other options and in the face of major injuries to our usual starters. So that's the bit on the Black Stars, and that's why people have concerns.
Yeah, we are concerned.
Other than that, it's not because of a lack of talent. The talent is there, but because they haven't been given enough opportunities, and the structure itself hasn't created a situation where someone leaves, another person comes in and be able to play the game.
I didn't say structure, and I see again. This goes back to emphasize the fact that not qualifying to that AFCON was suicidal. Agreed? Was absolutely suicidal.
Why are you starting for night, brother?
Because if we had qualified to that AFCON,
you have to stop that.
we'd have given some of these players who would normally sit on the fringes of the team an opportunity to play.
So there's somebody who's asking a question on YouTube.
What's it there?
He says, in this day and age, Partey is injured, or for whatever reason he can't feature for Ghana, and there's no player capable of matching Partey's skill set.
Nobody.
I mean, in the world, how many players have the skill set of Thomas Partey? That one, you can't blame Ghana. It's very difficult to get a player who has the skill set of Partey.
You see,
how many players in this world have the skill set of Partey? Very few.
When Essien
struggle to.
But we can have an alternative. You doesn't need to play necessarily like Partey, but we can have an option.
Maybe
Look,
no.
He play off a pivot. So right now the pivot is the issue. If Partey is not around, he can play, but he is a different style, and I don't mind he playing as a pivot, but the guy playing off him should be able to be the part.
Complementation.
He needs to be the part. Whether it's Majid Ashimeru, whether it's Caleb Yurenchi, had it not been for injury, maybe Daniel Kofiche. Those guys.
Perfect example. When we went to the 2010 AFCON, and the Buffalo had been injured, he just came back, recovered.
Partey?
No, I'm talking about Michael Essien.
Michael Essien now.
He came back in that first game. We lost to Cote d'Ivoire 3-1 in the first game. And then in our next training section, he got injured, ruled out of the tournament completely. So at that moment, Ajuman Badu had just been promoted by Milovan Rajvac from that and 20 group of playing to the team.
29,
So Bedu came alongside Anthony Pablo Anna. They could complement each other so well that Badu was doing the box-to-box, battling in midfield. Anna was just sweeping and passing the ball around.
It was a beauty to watch.
Look, we didn't miss Michael Essien. We carried that same team to the World Cup in 2010 in South Africa without our best player. That Black Stars team, the other day I was having a conversation with the big man. I asked the man, the Black Star team we took to the World Cup, if we had gotten a fully fit Michael Essien, we will go straight to the final. That Uruguay game, it will not even travel to extra time. The Buffalo would have settled that duel in 90 minutes. I'm telling you.
I believe so.
Look,
So
because the confidence we had with those boys, if Michael Essien was fully fit and he had gone to the 2010 World Cup with his typical Michael Essien self and form, Uruguay, that game would have been settled in the first 90 minutes. Because those were the games that the Buffalo would just take by the horn, the bull by the horn, and then go and settle all doubts, settle the issue. But we didn't even miss him. But he would have made us even more better. Because in 2010, Kevin Prince Boateng, Ajumabedu got injured prior to the World Cup. And then we brought in Kevin. Imagine if we had Michael Essien alongside Antoniana and Kevin Prince Boateng with the ball he was playing in that midfield alongside Kojo Dada Samoa, the Jam Brothers, the Baby Jet. So we have seen players. We know that when the Black Stars is properly managed, you sleep. You sleep with all vim. You even end up snoring. Because at the end of the day, when you wake up, at any time, tea, a soler, a bang. When you wake up, it's up. The food done, you for chop. As we speak, who is our number one?
In terms of
Goalkeeper.
sorry. Tomorrow he'll be in action against Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
The problem is that I support Asari. I support Asari.
Tell the guy calling you to stop.
I support Asari all
We're
day.
friended to fire no doors.
I support Asari, but I don't think he's been properly tested in our league. That is the problem. That's the problem. I don't think he's been properly tested in our league. I don't think so. I don't think he's been properly tested in our league.
His deputy is
because
also
goal
on fire,
scoring, shooting at goal in our league is extremely, very, very bad. Why are you laughing? Statistically, that is it. You see, I'm not saying things that are not true. I mean, the man.
Echo break now.
Echo break.
I want him to finish. Echo break. All right, guys. So we'll go for a quick break. Go 10 and do more. This is 97.3 City FM. It's the Republic of Football. Let me by way of updates give you some information in relation to what's been happening across the globe before I go on this break. So it's halftime between Getafe and Villarreal. Partey is not in that game. Getafe leading Villarreal by a goal to 0. In the German Bundesliga, Bayern Leverkusen 4, St. Pauli 0, Eintracht Frankfurt 3, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0, Hamburger 3, Union Berlin 1, Hoffenheim 2, Freiburg 0, Bayern Munich 3, Werder Bremen 0, and Stuttgart will be playing Cologne later in the evening at 5:30. In the French Ligue 1, it's Marseille who leading Strasbourg by a goal to 0. Game is just traveled 15 minutes into time. In the FA Cup 4th round, Burnley 1, Mansfield Town 1, Manchester City still leading Salford by a goal to 0, Norwich City 1, West Bromwich Albion 0, Southampton 1, Leicester City 1. That's a game that Manuel has gotten a lot of interest in. Liverpool will be playing Brighton later at 8 p.m. and there's Aston Villa up against Newcastle United, which will also be happening later at 5:45. The Princesses won by a goal to 0 in South Africa against South Africa. That's a brilliant
Never
result.
give them any chance.
Yeah. I record that on TV on Scorecard. I was with you. They've qualified to the next round of other competitions. This is the 3rd round they played, so they are through to the next round of the competition. Let me do the messages. I'll go for the break, then we'll start afresh on a new note. So let me do the messages. This looks a lot. Slimzy says, good afternoon, City Sport. Our Ghanaian brother just equalized for Hamburger. Yeah. Konisdorf, I spoke about that. Hey, with this party case, will he even be eligible to play? for the Black Stars? Well, he's been told to inform the court 24 hours before he goes for international duty. So we'll have that, as to whatever that happens on the next hearing at the Westminster Magistrates Court. I'm Jay from Koforidua. Man United went to City to carry an Arsenal to fully harm Hotspurs. Now everything, as in Everton, he puts in quote, is in their favour. UEFA Champions League will be back at Old Trafford next season. Yeah, I know. Kofi Winner from Oyibi says City will win the league. Arsenal, as usual, are caretakers as always. He has a laughing emoji to that. If Arsenal sleep, make them sleep. Sake of City serve no good, because City was supposed to take that first position long ago. So he blends the PG with the English. So make them just play them a game. Ezekiel from KTU, Koforidua Technical University. Evans from Ashaman says, going far in the World Cup can bring numerous benefits to a country like Ghana. Economic boost, national pride, international exposure, sports development, and brand Ghana. For Ghana, a strong World Cup performance could accelerate development, inspire the next generation. This is why coach is passionate. It is about Ghana, not just a handful of people. If the Ghanaian team is managed well, trust me, guys, with the kind of talented players or footballers Ghanaian or Ghana has, we can even get to the final. With this current management, we might not make it out of the group stage. He at. That's it. 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. Guys on the YouTube space, we appreciate you as well and your contribution. In that space, they are just having a banter, so I pick one or two and I read. Says, Nimli, thanks for your submission. Blessings upon blessings on you and your family. Okay, so Esther, is it Esther? Esther was also wanting updates on the queens. So there you have it, the princesses, I should say. Yeah, that's Esther or Simple. Yeah, the princesses won today. Let's go for a break. We'll come back for more. This is the Republic of Football on 97.3 City FM and on Channel 1 TV. As well on YouTube at City Sports GHA. We'll be back. Welcome. We're talking about a lot of issues here in the studio. In relation to clubs in Europe, Ghanaian players and their performances as well. And in the City game, coach is saying something. Samayo is coming in. Okay, so it's still Manchester City 1, Source 0. And there's a sub now. We'll be seeing Semenyo, in the game to help City. I'm not sure. Pep ahead of this game said he loves the FA Cup because when he goes to other venue, the kind of chant he hears from the fans, it gingers him a lot. So he's a fan of this competition. So let's see if he wins it and does that convincingly. Antoine Semenyo is coming in shortly, the 65th minute mark. There's a muscle injury to Erling Haaland. So he's expected to return also in February. So it's just one of those pains players feel, and they have to sort of let them stay, not aggravate it, and then return later. Could you think Semenyo will be getting a goal in this game as well? This against Oxford.
They need that second goal. It's very, very dicey.
You need to come close to the microphone a little.
I think they need that second goal. They are hot. You see, these lowly or low division teams, when you are playing them,
it's cagey.
One thing that is very clear, they are very fit. They can run, they can challenge, they can do anything.
They know they are playing against City.
Yes. So that is an extra motivation. If City were to beat them, there's no news in that, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no news if City is beating them.
If they were to get the result at the
that's a big news. That's a big
move for them.
Yeah. So we were discussing before.
Yeah. Before.
So Nagbreda taking on Heracles. Under the day Ayew is starting. Right now they've played right now it's halftime. The day Ayew started the game alongside Kamal Sowa, who is also Ghanaian in that team, and there's also Dennis Odoi. Dennis Odoi, you remember him from our last. Yeah, because Lewis Holtby. You remember Lewis Holtby? Lewis Holtby of Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, he's also part of Nagbreda, and he started this game. Dennis Odoi is with Nagbreda, and he came off the bench. He came off the bench in the 37th minute. I believe it was an injury to Grammy, a teammate called Grammy, and he replaced him. And so for Nagbreda, consistently you have three Ghanaians playing in their team. So there's Kamal Sowa, who moved from Union Saint-Gilloise. Then you have Andre Dedaye. Then you also have Dennis Odoi, who also used to play in Belgium. So that's the update from that particular game. So it's halftime, and it's goalless between Heracles and Nagbreda.
Undoing was Vinicius Junior. You remember?
Is it?
Odoi.
This is Odoi.
The one who virtually told him that when we met Brazil in that friendly game, you remember?
Okay.
I called them game now.
Okay.
Vinicius Junior, we tried to reply to the last World Cup.
Let's get the guys on the other end involved. You can call now and share your thought with us on 0549 05 sorry about that 0549 986 996. You can call now 0539 986 996 0549 986 996 0539 986 996. Call and let us have your thoughts on the issues we've discussed today. Spoken about players, Ghanaian players plying their trades out there, and how it will help Ghana at large. There's a World Cup year. Talking about Arsenal and some fans and their mannerisms or discussions ahead of important games. 0539 986 996. Let's get our first call on the line. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and where are you talking to us from, please?
Yeah, I'm talking to you from Dawenya.
Okay, what do you have? What's your thought on all we've discussed here?
Yeah, I want to talk to Coach Nemli.
He's listening.
Hello?
Yeah, you have to stop listening to yourself on radio and talk.
I'm
Coach
not
Nemli
listening
is
to myself
listening.
on radio. I'm calling directly.
Okay. So we hear a certain radio behind you. Move away from it. Coach is listening.
Yeah. It's me, Kelly.
He's listening. He's listening.
Yeah, Coach Nemli, Charlie, you are a very good man, but Charlie, what you are talking about sometimes, you see, the thing is falling back to us. You say Tepate, you say you like him so much. Now that he's injured and now he has some complication, how do we solve the problem?
Okay, all right. Coach, he's heard that. He'll answer that later. Let's go on to another. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Okay. Let's go on to the lines. We might have another caller there. Hello, your name. Good evening. Where are you talking to us from? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your name and where are you talking to us from?
Oh, my name is Kofi Bedu. I'm talking from Kaswa. I'm calling from Kaswa.
Kofi, what's your thought on all that we've discussed?
I want to say I really admire Coach and with his submission and everything. He's always on point with his views, and I really like him and I admire him. I wish to meet him one day. That's what I want to say on this right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you too. Well, so that's an admirer. He admires you a lot. If you don't admire Coach Nimni, probably maybe. Well, let me not say this on radio. I've nearly said maybe there's a certain evil spirit. You're working with all of that. Hello, good evening. Your name, where you're talking to us from? 0539 986. We lost him. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. Let's have you on radio as you also share your thought on a lot of these issues we've mentioned. Hello, good evening. Your name, where you're talking to us from?
Good evening. My name is Eric. I'm calling from Washington, Shaman.
Okay, Washington.
I want to make a little comment concerning about the Black Stars.
Great, let's hear you.
The truth is that, man, what I'm going to say might look funny, but it's true. We need two people to be changed from the Black Star team. It's the coach and Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew don't have morale to lead the team. It might look funny, but I'm telling you the truth because I'm from Johnstown. I know what is football, how the support is. You don't have any morale. So the coach and Jordan Ayew, if you have somebody to be the captain, it will help Ghana. And Ghana will never go anywhere. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. That is from Washington in Ashaman. 0539 986 996 0549 986 996. What is your thought on all that we've discussed here? I mean, Studio. Yes, your name, where are you talking to us from?
Yes, my name is Benjamin, calling from Amaya.
Ben, let's hear from you.
Yes, Coach, you are doing a great job. You see, Ghanaians, people, they hate truth. When you are telling them, they will not listen. See, these Black Stars that we are using taxpayers' money. Coach was asking that how much, up until now, we don't know how much they are paying the coaches that they've taken. Who will do that? If the Black Stars is their personal property, would they employ somebody and then pay the person without they not knowing? Or they will find a manager and then the manager will be paying people without they not knowing the amount? These are some of the things which coach says. They said he's anti-Ghanaian, but know that he's also a taxpayer. So these are some of the things that are worrying some of us. So because of this, you will not see people supporting the Black Stars. Coach, thank you.
Thank you too very much. He's calm. Coach is just calm here in the studios. 0539 986 996. Let's have you on the line. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Please, my name is Mohammed. I'm calling from Ashama.
Mohammed, what do you have to say?
I want to speak with Coach Minley. Coach is doing a great job. But Coach is sometimes biased when it comes to Ghana.
Why do you say that?
Coach is very good. I've been listening to Coach not now.
Maybe he's just a little passionate.
If it comes to Chelsea, he's a bit biased. But any other thing, if you listen to Coach very well, you know that this is good analysis. In fact, he's the best if it comes to football analysis in Ghana. But if it comes to Chelsea, he's the worst. He just doesn't like talking. So I just want to big out to coach. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you too. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. Gets onto the lines and let us know what you also think of, about all that we've discussed here in the studio. Let me see some messages on our WhatsApp console. I want to clear that. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. Says I'm listening to you from Manchester, Stratford Road, and I'm enjoying the conversation. Seems Arsenal is behaving like the Russian guy. Oh, you Gamma guy, you have to stop that. Samuel, that's what Samuel Bedusafo. That's him, right? Go back. Samuel Bedusafo, yeah, from United Kingdom. 0539 986 996. Let's see, somebody. Okay, I think I hear someone call. There's another message, guys. Have you seen Asante Kodeko's promo on the Super Clash tomorrow? Hey. Ghana pa, that's a funeral. Why can't you even promote our own football? Why? Kwame from our own. Kwame, don't do that. I'll come back to that. I have somebody online. I'll come back to that. Hey, hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Hello, yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, please. Your name and where are you talking to us from?
My name is Jomo. I'm calling from Ablikuma.
Okay, let's hear what you have to say.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Go ahead. We want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, our coach is perfectly right. These FA guys are doing all these things because nowadays, my brother, forgive me, the sports journalists of our time are not like before. I remember very well Coach Zivatina, but you remember him? When he absconded, because those people have to fetch him all the way. Those days, it wasn't like today that you can have internet and all that. But here, this time around, the FA does something wrong, no journalists question them, nobody, does anything, we are just there. Can you imagine that we have a coach and so many assistants, you don't know how much you're going to pay them? And what is this? This thing cannot happen in any civilized country. But you journalists, you allow it to go. And free, Keto has had a free day doing whatever he likes. Look, we have, now thank God we have money in our league, but look, promotion is poor. We are going to play the El Clasico of our version in tomorrow. No announcement, nothing, no promotion, and you guys don't talk about it. We are just there. I blame the journalists of our time, the sport journalists of our time. We are not doing well at all. We are not doing well at all. I've seen the young performers, the different points and what have you, and you guys are not doing well. I must be brutally frank with you. It's just big English speaking. So coach is right. Coach is perfectly right, 100% right. So he's doing the job of you journalist.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So when it comes to the Super Clash, and there's no defense. The records are there. Here, every show is recorded. From right up until Monday, the Super Clash has been on promotion up until Saturday. The nature of this show does not allow us to dig deep into local stuff. So fair point made. But if you've listened to the network, we have been on we've done reports for the Super Clash. We've aired the interviews from managers. We've called PROs and spoken to them when in relation to the Super Clash, when the Kotoko coach was sacked. We've had a sit-down interview with the Accra House of Folk head coach. So that's your point, but yeah, it's not true what you're saying. 0539 986 996 0549 986 996. Phone in now. Let us know what you also think in relation to all that's been discussed here in studios, in relation to us now, in relation to the performance of our players out there, and all of that. You were asking a question. Somebody was talking
the Kotoko promo. Yeah, I'm asking.
So
was it the one involving Sambo O'Neill and some of his teammates talking about the Hearts of Folk players boarding a bus to Kumasi and they will come and receive?
I've seen a lot of promos. I've seen the taxi driver's side too, where the fans, led with the flags on taxi, also trying to communicate.
Yeah, so it should be specific because the promos are quite a number of promos out there. But
sorry,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening. Your name? Where are you talking to us from?
My name is Peter. I'm calling from Aflao.
Peter from Aflao.
Please, yes. Please, do we still have Nana Ajima around?
The coach?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he is.
You say?
I'm sure he is. He's around.
Okay. It's a long time I heard him. That's why.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. All right. Okay. Thank you. Interesting. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. So in relation to points that we've raised there, get in and let's know what you also think. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Yeah, this is William from Lakeside Estate.
Yeah, William, let's talk.
Come again.
I'm saying let's talk. I want to hear from you.
Okay, yeah, you are doing a good job, and then I like Coach Namely. He's a great guy. He knows how to do the analysis. He can take Chelsea to the cleanest and come and take Manchester to the cleanest. But my fear is that he says the raw truth, and Ghanaians don't like the truth. That is the problem you have. He says the truth, and Ghanaians don't like the truth. But he's doing a good job. Keep it up.
All right. Thank you very much. 0549 986 996. 0539 986 996. Yeah, he comes and says, I'm referring to the Super Clash promo. I'm referring to the one with the players seated behind some table talking of tickets, prices, and stuff. You've seen that?
I've seen something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Man City have scored a second goal. Yeah,
Magay. Oh,
so pretty much the results are safe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
I'm Dr. Joshua. I'm calling from OEB.
All right, Joshua. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say?
Okay, like the analysis of the coach, I just want to say he's doing a good job. He should keep it up. Ghana, they know everything. See, you see our two coaches, the assistant coaches. That's not unfair. Ask yourself, which experience? No, let me ask you, the journalist over there, which experience does he have at all? And look at John Pelser, the assistant coach. Which kind of experience? If you are talking about a fact over here, me, an ordinary person over here, I know very well that he doesn't have any experience. But we are going to the worst stage. If you are serious over here, let us be serious in terms of we cannot go to the worst stage with such kind of people. Please, we are Ghanaians, so we are using our heart to support. We using our everything to support. It's more than money. Please, let us be fair to ourselves. Let us be fair to ourselves. We have quality players, energetic players. Look at 25, 20 days game. What players can win something for us? But we are there, people that doesn't have any experience. No. Let us speak true to ourselves. We have nothing to do over there. We are just doing the teaching ourselves and come back. Bye for now.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'll pick one message. I'll get another call on the line. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. Okay, let me go to the line. I'll come back to the message. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Fine, I'm calling is Kumawu.
You're what? You're what?
Calling from Kumawu.
You're calling from Kumawu?
Amunga.
And what's your name again?
I want to speak Chi.
Yeah, but what's your name?
Yeah, from Amunga. The Kasha Kumawu. Now, I got a cobon and a person in Kalaka. There was a house, you have a book with so much. What the place you cut 3 months. Muncher you. Motivation gain or shall give my plan. Say, what did I won't tell you? What I got you on Cobo? Not much we are moon striker. Over to my say. Now you say, Mutter all one more. Moody shall carry a go get me to Massa. No crave a couple, only a quarter of a say, and no crave a couple. Ghana, how mean for carry you come and go down with Ambo. I'm a cut the Hawaiian chemical. Let me say, I got Jim with me, boy. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go back to the lines. Please, the number is not busy. Just let's get in and let's talk. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from? Okay, he went off. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. Have you say. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Hello, good evening. I'm Oyune from Majingano. I would like to talk about the coach comment about Benjamin Esari. What he is saying is very true. Benjamin Esari has been really tested. So then I support the coach. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. What do you also think in relation to all we've discussed here? We have another call on the line. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from? He went out. 0539 986 996. It's still Manchester City 2, Salford 0.
A really good chance. He just made a really good run through the middle. The ball came through him and he went across the keeper, but he he managed to hit the bar, but the ball came out and they were able to clear it.
Okay.
But I think he looked very dangerous since he's come on for City.
Fantastic. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
I am Ni Takiobli.
Ni, what do you have to say?
I wanted to plead with City. Is it Channel 1?
Yeah.
So that advert that is continuing against our national coach, please, they should step it down. It's enough. Because it's having an effect on him as well as some of supporters. Coach attack some time.
Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't get what you said, the last part. If you can repeat it?
I'm saying that I wanted Channel 1 to start.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Your line seems to be breaking a little. Yeah.
I'm saying that, please. I'm saying that there's an advert going on in Channel 1 about our coach, our national coach.
Yeah? Okay, all right. I think he's made his statement. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
But in Ghana here,
hello?
ask yourself, can they have...
I can't hear him properly. I can't hear him. 0539 986 996. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Yeah, good evening. I'm speaking from Airport Hills.
All right. What's your name, please?
My name is Francis.
Yeah, Franz. Let's talk.
My brother, may I know coach, namely the team that he coached in Ghana, and what do you call it? This my man, the assistant coaches, the two of them, I think they don't deserve to be there. Those two assistant coaches for Otuado, they don't deserve to be there. That is all I want to say.
Okay, Francis, thank you. I'll let you know what team coach handled. 0539 986 996. 0549 986 996. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Yeah, I'm Kobe calling from Teshiningwa.
Yeah, Kobe from Teshiningwa. What do you have to say, Kobe?
Yeah, I extend my greetings to Coach Nimili, wherever he is. And I want to talk a bit about what Coach Nimili talked about our Black Stars players, some being injured and some not being good enough, and talked about Thomas Partey and not being in the right frame of mind going into the World Cup and all that. And if we don't even have his perfect replacement, I think Bernard Mensah, I hope you know Bernard Mensah, I've heard of him before. I'm asking a question.
Yeah, well, come again, please.
I hope you heard of Bernard Mensah.
Yeah, Bernard.
One of our players, former.
Bernard
Mensah.
Is it Morrison or Mensah?
No, Bernard Mensah.
Bernard Mensah.
Yes, in the Saudi league.
The Taddy guy.
No, that's Enoch Morrison.
That's
Bernard Mensah.
Okay, that's Enoch
Bernard
Morrison.
Mensah.
Bernard Mensah. Yeah, Bernard Mensah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bernard Mensah, yeah.
Yeah, Bernard Mensah. Yeah, thank you. He's also a very good player. I don't know if he can be a good replacement for Thomas Partey or something. But back in the days, back in the days of Jerome Painstall, we had some of our best players and all that. Because the handlers of the Black Stars then had good scouts that went around the world, combed around the world and got the best of Ghanaian players and drafted them into the Black Stars, which is not the same case today. Today, Ketu Kreku gets in his cubicle and just takes his pen and paper and just call some players and push them into the Black Stars, like what he said the last time. I didn't say it, he said it himself. That is why he went for a trainer scout for us, so that at least he can have direct influence in the Black Stars. And me talking about this elephant-sized technical team we are about to send to the Black Stars in the World Cup. Me talking, I just want to tell the sports minister to sit down with the GFE and set targets for them. We can't send this innumerable elephant-sized technical team to the World Cup and just get kicked out at the group stage to be causing financial loss to the state. We should set targets for them. At least when we go with this elephant-sized technical team to the World Cup, the least is the quarterfinals. We should get to the World Cup, and our target should be the least quarterfinals. Anything below quarterfinals is a failure, and the repercussions will be sacking of Otuado, and any compensation that will be paid to Otuado will be paid by the GFE, will not be taken by the state. And the next appointment of the Black Stars coach will not be taken by the GFE, because over the years they've shown that they are completely incompetent when appointing coaches. So the next appointment of the coaching will come from the states, not the GFE. So we should put this in place to just lay it before the GFE that if you are going with this technical team, this elephant-sized technical team, this and this and this is where repercussions if you don't get to at least the quarterfinals, and that'll be the way forward, because they can't just come in. All this technical team will be flown to the World Cup, and whether they go on an economy or a business class, it still costs to the state. All of them are going to take 30 years, going to take bonuses, going to take qualification fee, and I'm sure they are also going to take appearance fee too. It's complete unnecessary cost to the taxpayer. They should put this thing in front of them, and if they go below the quarterfinals, this will be the repercussions going forward. Thank you very much.
I thank you too, bro. Interesting, you know what is happening here with our football. Yes, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
I'm talking from Kaswa Ofanko.
The name is
Ni Kamale.
Ni, let's talk.
Please, I wanted to plead with channel 1 to delete the advert about our coach. The advert on which this Coach Nimile was attacking him those days. Kindly let them delete it. It's having effect on we, the supporters of the Black Stars, and the coach himself. It's enough. Let them stop it.
Okay.
Coach every day. It's not fair. Do you understand me? Do you can hear me?
I can hear you. You are live on radio.
It's not fair at all. One person, he has qualified for the World Cup, but always Coach everywhere, the whole world, everybody is listening. Every day, money. What has he done? He has qualified us. Let's encourage him. So let them stop that advert.
Okay.
Channel 1.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get more callers on the line on 0539 986 996. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Hello, my name is William. I'm talking from Matayako.
William, let's talk. What's on your mind?
I wanted to say thank you to Coach for his analysis. That's a very good one. But I want to also talk about Antoine Semenyo. Because if you follow Antoine Semenyo, he's a good player when he's at the club. But when it comes to the country, he knows that he doesn't even give us a half as good as he is to us. And I think that our players need to step up their game. I think they need to step up their game so that we can end the World Cup in a good place. Else, as Coach said, we need to be praying for the miracle. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you too, bro. Let's have you also have your say on 0549 986 996 0539 986 996. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Yeah, this is Joshua from AB.
Joshua, let's talk.
Yeah, because I want to talk about the El Clasico. In fact, I can't have folk, my team. We know scoring good.
Move away from your radio set, okay? I still hear myself mention the numbers behind you, so move away from the radio set. Let's talk.
I can't have folk as my team. We have talent in scoring goals. I don't know what they are doing about it. The leadership, I don't know, and the coach, I don't even know what is adding to the players too. We can't score. We find it difficult to score. I know that our defense and everything is all that intact, but they have to do something about it. This is El Clasico. I'm much aware that Kuma said that's our home. Whether they like it or not, we will score them. But I can't also, we are begging them. The broken heart is too much. Oh. They are giving us broken hearts too much. Why you expect our to perform? You won't say anything. And to be frank, I'm begging them. And tomorrow, El Clasico, they should do something. We know that that's our home, so they should show them that that's our home. And back to Antoine Semenyo, I only have problem with how our coaches, the tactics that they employ, because normally we see that they perform very well over there. But anytime that they will be in country or the nation, the kind of tactics that they employ for them, please, it is very difficult for them to expect, to bring out what they have. So they should also look at that. And I think that will help Ghana to also progress in the upcoming World Cup. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. So Manchester City just scored, but it's ruled as an offside goal. So it's still 2-0. Let's go back onto the lines. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from?
Good evening, Ibrahim from Kaswa.
Ibrahim from Kaswa. Let's talk. Ibrahim, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I just heard Coach saying about the salary of our coach. So, and I heard you mention the uniform. I think this coach was signed before this minister thing. Am I right?
Sure.
Yes, he was signed before this minister thing. And then maybe the salary is there before the minister thing. So we should work that one before. About the minister. And then I'm just going about this thing. Our coaches, those who are going to help our coach. Because you see, when the coaches, those who are going to help our coaches, if they are 18 back in Amarai.
Yeah, 18. The FA says 18.
18, okay. So maybe if England is playing a match, and then we need our coaches to go there and go and watch England and give that information. Do you think one coach or two coaches can monitor the England team, even Hurricane? So we need more coaches. Then when some of them that there are actually many coaches, I don't know. When you are the media, sometimes you need to help us because to monitor England playing and bring everything to our coach to then know how to play England. Not easy. So sometimes they have work to do for coach. That's why they were all for. So they should let them know the reason why teaching that even sometimes you need to ask the train because Hurricane is required to monitor Hurricane and give information to coach. Maybe small. So that's what I want to learn. Thank you, too.
All right, thank you too. Ibrahim, let's pick our last caller. Yeah, he went out. Now let's give another person an opportunity. 0539 986 996 0549 986 996. 6. We'll pick our last caller. I'll come back in studio, wrap it up, and take leave of you. This is our last caller. Giving him a minute to talk. Hello, your name, good evening. Where are you talking to us from?
Yes, good evening. I'm calling from Ashango. My name is I'm calling from Ashango.
Your name is what?
Igochukwu.
Igo, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I want to play them. I don't know. We the fans of Arsenal. I mean, I don't know whether these Arsenal team, they are hearing us. I don't understand. These people have made us. We've been through so many things for the past 3-4 years, and still they are not yet doing anything about this thing. I mean, I don't know how these people will get to feel if they don't secure that Premier League title. I mean, that coach, sacking him is just like sacking him. I mean, sacking him if he doesn't secure that Premier League title, it's just like you just wasted everybody. I mean, he needs to be sacked and brought back, and we need to refund every amount of money that he has given us, because this is the most professional thing I've ever seen in football. Getting to spend all this kind of money and at last you can't win anything. I mean, it's too much for us, and we can't even bear this one. You see this particular one. If they can't win that particular EPL, we go come win for them. We the fans will come. I mean, we are more serious than the players. I don't understand. This Bukayo Saka of a guy has been dragging this Arsenal team for the past 2 to 3 years, and now that it looks like the team has picked up, the guy is now making them look a little bit shattered. The guy is not helping at all. I mean, and Arteta and well, I don't have any more things to say, but if Arsenal does not sack this coach and make this coach refund us our money, I mean, our fan base will go back to how it did before. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll put a the call-in section here. We'll end it here, and we'll thank you guys who listened out today. Guys on YouTube as well who were with us through and through. Let me just go through what has been happening around the games which is ended. And I'll come back into the studio, guys, with the word, and we go. Getafe in the La Liga leading Villarreal by 2-1. It's 84 minutes in that game. Sabia will play Deportivo Alaves later. Real Madrid up against Real Sociedad is coming up at 8 p.m. In the German Bundesliga, Bayern Leverkusen beat St. Pauli by 4-0. Frankfurt also beats Borussia Mönchengladbach by 3-0. Hamburg 3, Union Berlin 2. The game's ended. Hoffenheim beats Freiburg by 3-0. Bayern also beats Werder Bremen by 3-0. Stuttgart up against Cologne later at 5:30. In Italian Serie A, Fiorentina beats Como by 2-1. Lazio versus Atalanta will come up at 5 p.m. and Inter versus Juve will also happen at 7:45. Marseille, Strasbourg, it's halftime. It's Marseille 1-0 still. Lille, Brest. We're having at 8 p.m. Paris FC versus Lens at 8:05. The Lille Brest game is at 6 p.m. So from Paris Lens is at 8:05. It's full time. Manchester City beats Salzburg by 2-0. They advance through to the next phase of the competition. Norwich City beating West Bromwich Albion by 3-1. It's still 1-1 between Southampton and Leicester City. Later, Newcastle play Villa at the Villa Park at 5:45. Liverpool versus Brighton at 8 p.m. as well. Guys, you have a last words before you go.
Oh, well, yeah, I think I'll still go with the Arsenal narrative.
Okay.
I think they should just be steady with everything that they do, as in steady with their criticism, steady with the way they approach games, and just be chill, like not too high, not too low, just be steady, and I'm pretty sure they should be able to see out this phase till the Carabao Cup. I honestly believe the Carabao Cup as the most key point or most important point in the season. And once they're able to come out on top, then I'm pretty sure they will be able to win out another trophy at the end of the season.
Last words before we go.
Yeah, I mean, in the league, I think that's almost wrapped up, regardless of the drama in it. But in the FA Cup, I hope more teams can take the example of Crystal Palace last year and just try and win a trophy as well.
Thank you very much, Manuel Kachi. And first off, with James Mintai, you heard from Coach Christopher Nimley, Asal Ima, Manolo to help us with the technical assistance here in the studios. I am Bernard Abekotre. Thank you for making time with us here on the Republic of Football on Channel 1 TV, on radio on 97.3 City FM, and of course on YouTube at City Sports GHA. Edwin Kwakofi, I made sure we were on all of those. All of that platforms. Thank you. We'll meet you same time tomorrow.